Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? It is, yes, we're excited. It is Friday, September the 28th, 2012. This is episode number 81 of Timberwolves Explosion, and it is now the fifth annual traditional season preview. Paladino Joey and Marcus the Forecaster.
I'm here.
Yes, we are here. We are back. Fifth consecutive year already. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
I'm
definitely excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. This is we're actually going to be talking about the P word at some point during this show. The P word.
Yeah. I would, if you would have told me that 2 years ago, I wouldn't have believed it.
Like, Joey, what's the P word? Tell me, what does it mean? Persecution. Yes. Persecution. That's what we went through for about 7-year tribulation. Yep. Yeah, the P word, that word. Yes. Well, yeah, this is real quick. Timberwolves Explosion is available on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. We thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. We'd like you to call into the phone lines if you could. 209-736-7877. 209-736-7877. Yes, sir. It's a voicemail. Just leave your message. There you go. Mention which show you're calling in for, which is, of course, Timberwolves Explosion. So, yeah, here we go. 2012, 2013. Yes. It's a reality. There's no lockout. Isn't that nice?
It is.
We can actually talk about possible playoff berth for the Timberwolves and have no lockout. Can't believe it.
And no real excuses.
Mm-hmm.
And I still say that the lockout was the only reason the Heat won. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I knew I knew somebody was going to say that at some point. Watch the Heat turn out like the Spurs, though. Remember, they got it during the last lockout way back in '99, and then they won 3 more later on. Like, it took a few years after, which you never know. But then again, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this team is set up for that. If they were going to win like 4 titles, they'd have to do it like now, because Wade isn't going to last forever.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. Yeah, I don't think Wade's going to last, even this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you don't know.
I'm not a believer.
Yeah, he finally actually stayed healthy for the most part. Finally, and then they won the title. But every other year, he didn't, you know? It's like, was it back and hip or something like that, ankles, God knows what else, knee stuff going on. Yep. Well, yeah, eventually we're going to be making our predictions on the, the Eastern Conference flop, the surprise, and the matchup in the conference finals on each side, the East and the West, and of course our eventual champion. Yes, sir, we do that every year. Last year I almost picked Miami, almost, and then I changed it at the end and picked Chicago. Oh man, yeah, I don't think either of us are picking them this year. But unfortunately, there's a team that's really surged up in that category, and it's a very familiar team. Tell me you're not tired of the Lakers.
I'm very tired of them.
How can you not be? Let's see, who have they had? George Mikan. Oh, but then after that, George Mikan, luckily that was Minneapolis, the only Minneapolis team that was good. Yeah, and then they replaced him with Wilt Chamberlain. Oh, gee. No. And then they downgraded to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Gee, what a downgrade. No, I'm kidding. And then eventually they got Shaq. It's like, it never ends, does it? Then was it 6-year rental with the I don't even know how to describe the guy. Andrew Bynum, of course, is who I'm.
Yeah.
The serial killer wannabe. I don't know. That's about it.
I don't know. I might be in the minority here, but I think I would take Bynum over Dwight.
Yes. It's funny because they're both head cases. Oh, but go ahead.
If Bynum can stay healthy,
yeah.
And if he changes his attitude, he's still young, so he can get. I think that with a couple more years in the league, he'll mature. Mm-hmm. And I actually think he'll be a better center than Dwight.
That's an interesting thought. Yeah, I mean, granted, it's like either way you're getting number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. when you look at that. And it is interesting how, like, actually, Bynum did stay healthy last year, and Dwight was the one that was hurt with the back injury pretty much that lasted forever. Well, I mean, we know it's old news. Yesterday's news was at the beginning of August or something, I think. But, yeah, the last show was, like, about a week before it happened. Dwight is a Laker, yeah. Woohoo. He joined Steve Nash, who's 39. No, he's about 37, I think. 36, 37 already. Kobe Bryant, interestingly, something we haven't gotten into much. I mean, there was a hint about, I was kind of hinting about this sometime during like a year or so ago, where it kind of, Kobe Bryant during this All-Star weekend almost made it sound like he wasn't going to play much longer.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? And he almost made it, I guess he's always talked about retiring at 35. And he turns 35 next July. And he was questioned about it recently. Do you plan to keep that the same? And he said nothing has changed. It's like, okay.
And it looks like they're already trying to make the transition to making it Dwight's team. I noticed on a lot of websites, you'll see Dwight's face representing the Lakers instead of Kobe.
That's scary, isn't it? Considering how much Kobe's done for that franchise.
Yeah.
Like him or hate him. I mean, neither of us like him as a person much, but as a player, it's undeniable.
Yeah, wait till after he leaves to do that.
Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah, they need to wait a little bit. That's kind of messed up. I mean,
yeah, especially when you're still into the rental stage with Dwight.
Yeah, it's not official yet. He's just there for 1 year so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think, but I mean, it's all hypothetical at this point, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dwight is the weirdest guy ever, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, even Bynum's less weird than Dwight.
It's true.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Oh, Dwight. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you can't go wrong with either Dwight or Bynum, so I don't really see what you get more of a personality with Dwight, but you also get a lot more drama.
Yeah.
That being in LA is just going to make, it's just going to magnify it.
Mm-hmm. That's a horrifying thought. Really horrifying. I mean, we know how Dwight was. Yeah, he's a soap opera. And if he was that dramatic in Orlando, just imagine L.A. of all places.
Yeah. And I actually think that a healthy Bynum is better for the Lakers anyway. Because Dwight, he likes to roam a little bit more than Bynum does.
Yeah.
He just go get Gasol's away.
It could be, yeah. I mean, Dwight, in a lot of ways, he plays like a power forward.
Yeah.
Where Bynum plays like a center.
Yeah.
Centers are a dying breed in the league, as I've mentioned 1,000 times over the last 5 years now. Yeah. I can't believe this is a fifth season preview. I still can't believe that, just thinking about that. But, yeah, I mean, it's funny when you think about it. The upgrade isn't... It's like, they already had Bynum. Shoot, isn't that crazy? It's like, they're so greedy, they have to...
Yeah,
they are.
It wasn't a true upgrade.
No, like, not necessarily, I think Dwight's more dominant in general, but both of them block shots like crazy. Both of them can score 20 points a game easily.
Yeah.
Dwight's offense has always kind of been in question, and Bynum is what he is, about 20 points a game at his best.
Yeah.
But then Dwight's about maybe 22 at best, which isn't much of a difference.
But Bynum played with Kobe.
Yeah, experience already there, yeah.
And Dwight had his own team. I wouldn't say he's the first option, or he wants to be. But I got a guy who wants to be the first option playing with Kobe.
Oh, my. Yeah.
So it's kind of like where they're getting with Dwight that they didn't have with Bynum. Because Bynum was a true center. Now you had a center power forward in Dwight. Because they'll get in. It's just going to ruin the chemistry, I think.
It could.
So getting Gasol's way. Unless Gasol turns into a Kevin Lovish type player, which I know he's starting to shoot threes a little bit.
Yeah, he's trying to be kind of like a Kevin Love, like without the rebounding, of course, but not as good of a rebounder. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the thing. It's like when you look at L.A., I mean, people at work ask me, is L.A. the best team on paper? I said, yes. They are the best team in the NBA on paper. Yes, absolutely. But are they the best team in the NBA? Nash, I think, is an upgrade and a gigantic, but gargantuan upgrade, but so was Peyton. We thought that's the other thing. It's just. I think Nash naturally fits better than Gary Payton. Payton was kind of a, what's the word? I don't even know how to explain it. He's a very aggressive personality.
Well, the coach as well.
Oh, that's
he plays another part.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Mike Brown has had a lot of chances to be very successful in this league, and he's not taken advantage of it over the years with Cleveland. When he won 60 games 3 years in a row. Never. Well, wait. They did get. I can't talk. They did get to the finals once, where he actually went against his former team, where he was an assistant, called the Spurs, and that was, that was not an NBA Finals. That was just a coronation for the Spurs. That wasn't even. That was a scrimmage. It's the practice squad. That was Cleveland. Do you remember that series, or was it so boring that you barely remember it? It was like a Anyhow, I'm running too long with that. Yeah, the Lakers. Yeah, it's safe to say they're the best team on paper, right?
Yeah.
On paper. How does it mesh? It's really tough to say. Nash and Dwight can work, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nash, Dwight, and Kobe, and Powell, I don't know. It's a lot of chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think Kobe will have to, I hate saying this, buy into the system.
Yeah. Yep.
With Nash being in control of the ball.
Yeah.
The whole time, I think, just like the Suns. Because once Kobe gets the ball, Kobe can pass, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
He can find other guys.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it would be better with the ball in Nash's hand most of the time.
Mm-hmm. And boy, is that going to be an adjustment.
Yeah, but with that, I think Kobe's numbers will go up. I will be watching him in fantasy leagues.
Oh, yeah, because, he's going to... there's going to be a lot of... It's definitely going to be a cluster bleep, bleep out the swear word of... Yeah, there's going to be a lot of... I can't talk properly. It's going to be hard for defenders to decide where to go in this situation, because you got the dominant force in the middle, the dangerous passing point guard, and, of course... Probably the most deadly one-on-one player we've seen since Michael Jordan, all on the same court. Oh, and Paul Gasol's still there. So,
yeah, Kobe's
numbers absolutely can go up because of that, no doubt.
I think this is the only team. I think I would say the Heat too, but this is probably the only team where. Well, actually, let me take that back. Well, if Artest can get his shot going,
oh yeah,
you can't double team anybody.
No, you can't. You cannot. Yep. Especially if Artest shot's going. Yeah, because that's the he's that X factor like Ray Allen will be for somebody.
Yeah, and
somebody.
For the Heat, you can guard 1-on-1 with Chalmers and Haslam, and I'll say
Joel. No,
oh no,
the first Joel. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, the ostrich.
Yep. Yes, the ostrich of... Yep, that's our nickname for Chris Bosh. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the ostrich.
He's the ostrich.
But for Lakers, you want to double-team Kobe, you want to double-team Dwight, Gasol, because Gasol's going to get his. But for Miami, you want to double-team LeBron and Wade. Everyone else you can do, man-to-man. But for Lakers, yeah, because if you... you have to stay true with every guy on that team. You can't, you can't have any space. For Rondo, you can pretty much, stay a couple feet away from him.
Yeah, he's not going to burn you unless it's like really late in the game.
Yeah,
because he's clutch, but
yeah,
not consistent. Yeah,
yeah. Actually, I think with that last, those last games they played, the way he can shoot, I think you got to say it. And the defense has to be honest with him now.
Oh, Rondo, yeah, it's gotten better than it used to be. Yeah.
Before it was just ridiculous how far away you guys were.
Yeah, like Avery Johnson, the Spurs. People
if he
stayed
stopped
away
his
from
dribble, the guy just completely goes off of Rondo.
Think, Yeah, he's
not going to shoot that. Whatever. 5 feet away from the basket, still.
Yeah, it was non-factor offensively for a while there, for quite a while.
Yeah, for the Lakers, man.
Because Nash obviously can shoot. Obviously, kind of a modern day Stockton, you could say, without being as chippy and dirty as Stockton.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous team. I mean, if they can mesh, they're going to be really, really scary.
Yeah.
But there's a big possibility they won't mesh. That's the good part.
Yeah, I don't think...
that's the good part, yeah.
You don't forget another pickup they got. I kind of like Rashard Lewis on the Heat.
Yeah, yep.
But the Lakers got...
Thinking about Jameson?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Antoine, yep. Yeah, they got Jameson, too. It's... Good God, I mean, I'm not sure how good he is. I mean, yeah, obviously he's not going to start, which is okay, I'm sure. Yeah. Just like Richard in Miami will not start, most likely. But, yeah, if he can stay healthy and be a factor, that's another fairly big addition there.
Yeah. And there's no way they'll play small forward.
That's a deep team. Antoine?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's more of a power, yep.
But any point he does, and you definitely can't. Just scoring everywhere with that team.
Mm-hmm. That's a frightening team, actually. Yeah, the roster. Yeah, they're kind of similar to 03-04 with Peyton and Malone and all that. But it's eerily similar to it. But I think this one's like Nash and Dwight are better than Peyton and Malone. I think, sadly, for when you think of how good Malone used to be. But by the time he got there, it wasn't as good. Obviously, Dwight's the youngest out of that huge core.
Yeah, I thought they were going to try to pick up Rasheed, the Lakers.
Yeah, because now I guess it's turning out to be New York if we're transferring. Kind of transferring, which was nice. Yep, very good job there. Rasheed Wallace, yeah. I mean, you thought he was going to wind up in L.A.?
Yeah.
But apparently it's New York. It's not like a completely done, but it's all, by all intents and purposes, done. Gosh, it's been 2 years, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't really know what
weird.
Rasheed to New York, that's pretty much not doing anything. I don't see them gaining any extra wins if they pick up Rasheed.
Yeah, he's 37. He's a year older than Garnett, from what being my crazy self that looks at everybody, how old they are, like a wannabe GM.
And if anything, he can just be there.
Excuse me.
To show Amari how to defend a little better. That's about it. Give little words of wisdom to the team.
Because they need defense like they need to breathe over there. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Seeing about something about John Wall literally as we speak. He's got an injury coming up about 8 weeks apparently with a stress fracture. Yeah, stress fracture apparently. So we're literally seeing that happen right as we speak. Might be old news to you listening right now, but because we haven't been on for a few hours online, but it's Rasheed Wallace. Yeah, I mean that team obviously needs. Yeah, they need any type of defense they can get.
Yeah.
Luckily, their head coach has always been defensive minded, so that helps. That of course being Mr. Woodson, but I don't know. It's not the most exciting move ever, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean, even him going to Celtics, it's it was kind of cool for a while, but then it's he's not that good anymore, and he's always kind of kind of a head case.
Yeah,
he's always been one.
He did what you think he would have done. He produced as much as he could.
Yeah, by the time he was on Boston,
Yeah,
he was as good as he could be, and that was the year they got to the finals, 2010. He's been out of the league that long? Ouch. I didn't realize that. Wow, he's really been out of the league now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm sure Garnett would like to see him in that New York jersey.
New York, yep. So he could beat him.
Oh,
or at least try to.
One person I know Garnett's going to beat is. I used to like him. I used to be a big fan of his.
Yep.
Back when I was a Bucks fan. Still am.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's going to meet Ray Allen. He's going to greet him with the elbow, I'll tell you that.
This is getting interesting. I mean, Kevin Garnett apparently has gotten rid of Ray Allen's phone number. As quote by Kevin Garnett. Now, this is obviously from, well, not obviously, but it's from Real GM, and the quote is, so we'll cite them, via Andrew Perna of Real GM. Andrew Perna. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. It looks like Pema, actually, but I don't know if I'm... excuse me, though. Kevin Garnett says, I don't have Ray's number anymore, when asked if he's spoken to Ray Allen since the offseason. I have no problem when someone makes a decision that's best for him and his family. Like, that's pretty basic.
Yeah.
But, well, Garnett's just kind of bored with it. Just like, nope, I don't have it anymore. So, yeah. Though, yeah, I mean, I got to think, yeah, I mean, it's like we were saying off the mic before the show. Yeah, you were looking at it would be like, say, they're talking to Christian Ponder of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
By the way, Purple Mafia, check that out. Another podcast for the Minnesota Vikings on iTunes. But yeah, Christian Ponder, say they come up to him, say Adrian Peterson recently signed, maybe he felt alienated with the Vikings now because they're giving the ball to Percy Harvin too much.
Yeah.
And goes and signs with the Green Bay Packers. And they're like, so Christian, have you spoken to Adrian lately? Christian would say, I don't have his number anymore. It's like you're looking at it kind of like that.
Yeah, Adrian signs for less.
He signs for less, yeah, like Ray did. That was the strangest image too, seeing him on with a Heat jersey on NBA 2K.
Yeah,
and just seeing him hold it too in the press conference. He looked weird, like he looks older with it. I don't know, it makes him look old, doesn't it? He looks like he's aged like 5 years since last season. Oops, yeah, it's pretty strange to be honest with you. Oh, boy. Ray Allen to the Heat.
Carrying all those knives and stabbing all those fans and, slapping them in the back.
Yeah, you're not a happy camper with that move, are you? Oh.
I can just see it now, though. It's either going to be Garnett or Rondo who's going to give him the shoulder.
It would.
Elbow. Because he's just going to run the baseline and try to get that open three. So
yeah.
Get greeted with the elbow.
One of those two. I mean, if it's anybody on the Celtics, it's one of those two for sure.
Yeah.
Has to be. Like, Pierce maybe, but probably not. The other guys are more likely.
Yeah, there's going to be a foot underneath him as he lands. Something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going to get interesting. Yes, it is. So, yeah, I mean, real quick, John Wall, apparently it was a left patella. So, a stress injury to his left patella, 8 weeks. So, no surgery will be necessary, but, the rehab has begun, and the Wizards continue to be that team residing at the bottom of the Eastern Conference forever and ever and ever. I shouldn't have said that.
I think they won a couple more games, but I thought Wall was going to be way better than what he was.
Yeah, he's been. It's funny. I was listening back to a show that was like a year and a half ago or so, and we was talking about how John Wall, it was about a year ago or so. John Wall looked really raw as a freshman at Kentucky, and I was always wondering, people are all talking about him like he's the next great point guard in the league, but it's like he looks too raw to me. Gets to the NBA and nothing has changed.
Yeah,
he's still raw. So, I don't know, and it's like he's played 2 years already, and he still looks raw to me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people blame it on his teammates, but he could have still have done better. I
gotta think so, especially, and a lot of time. Well, yeah, look at his counterpart, who also, he came from Duke, but who was also, I would have thought, extremely raw. Oh, he played only 11 college games, and that's Kyrie Irving. He didn't look raw. He looked fantastic.
Yeah.
And I would have thought he was more likely to be too raw to start in the league. He played only 11 college games, and he's not having the same problem. And Cleveland's not exactly turning heads just yet. But Kyrie Irving made that team better quicker than John Wall has made the Wizards. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? Uh-oh. We're doing some on-air research, aren't we? Yeah, but I mean, Celtics, Heat, that rivalry is going to continue the way it's headed, I think. It's definitely heading that way. The good news is that apparently the NBA head officials and the general manager, yes sir, are going to finally crack down on something that we've been...
Finally.
Yes.
Not the way I would like it, though.
Yeah, it's something that we've been wanting them to crack down on for since we started the show, 2008. Flopping, yeah. They're finally going to try to crack down on it as much as possible, but as much as possible. Excuse me, not as much as possible. They're finally going to try to crack down on it. Apparently, though, after the act, rather than like in-game type stuff. Like in the NHL, they call a dive. Yep. In the what? Yeah, in the NFL, in the NFL they call or NHL. I can't talk. They call a dive when a player flops, basically.
Yeah.
And I wish the NBA would do that, but apparently they're going to be just looking at fining people for it by reviewing video after the game.
Yeah.
Which is. Yeah, that's good. That's a step in the right direction, but it's not as it's not something that'll affect the actual game right away.
Yeah, I mean, if the other team gets that win, it's not going to change anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not good because in hockey, it doesn't change anything because in hockey, a guy, they're in a scrimmage and a guy hits the deck and it's a flop. They call it a dive. It's a penalty. It's a 2-minute penalty. In the NBA, they should call it a dive or a flop, might as well.
Yeah.
And then it's a personal foul, maybe.
Yeah, let the refs take a look at it. Or call like severe flops, like the
flagrant,
Virgil, Borea, arms frailing flops. Flagrant.
You should call it
to get technical for that.
That would be really good. Yeah, that would really, really stop the foolishness, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If they did that. Raja Bell. What is all these names showing up all of a sudden? Yeah, we're checking out something too. I mean, there's apparently. Oh yeah, and there was a press conference today. About Andrei Kirilenko, but we'll talk about Andrei Kirilenko later when we get actually Wolves. Johnny Flynn's trying to make the Pistons. That's a thing going on right now. They're talking about Michael Redd to the Timberwolves training camp roster. I find that weird. He's a nice, well, maybe not weird, but that's funny, though. I mean, you got Brandon Roy already, Michael Redd's being added. That's interesting. It's almost like we're kind of slowly merging into Timberwolves talk already, but yeah, I mean, do you have any other thoughts about any of the previous topics or a current one, the flopping?
I just can't wait to see Boston versus the Heat.
Mm-hmm. I think we're going to be seeing that.
Boston, Miami. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It's going to be physical. It's going to be physical.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's just say I wouldn't be surprised to see a rematch of the Eastern Finals.
Because I can just see something happening to Ray Allen. He might get pushed a little bit too hard. LeBron comes in. Garnett gets mad, pushes LeBron. Then, Garnett gets tossed out of the game. LeBron smiles, claps.
Oh, man.
I can just see that happening.
I could, too. Remember how he was, holding the basketball? This was, in the Eastern Finals in Game 1?
Yeah.
There was some foul on Garnett or something, and LeBron's holding the basketball just going, yeah, yeah! It just reeked of, LeBron was trying to make Garnett flip and, get kicked out. It was funny. Speaking of the Celtics real quick and guys throwing elbows and stuff, we can't end the non-Timberwolves conversation, without talking about the one other Celtic.
Yeah, we're going to watch our Miles Out with Timberwolves talk. In a few here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, boy. But a former Timberwolves center is joining the ranks in Boston. I cannot believe.
Pierce must be mad because his nickname isn't his anymore.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
He's going to the real truth.
The truth. The real truth. The real truth. The guy we couldn't stop talking about recently because he was amnestied from the Timberwolves.
I don't know why. He's the most dominant center.
He's man.
Center born.
Born from a dragon. Okay, sorry. I had to do that. He rises high up to the still land. Okay, sorry. He rises high up to the frozen tundra where he brings back to Minnesota its forgotten legacy. Okay, sorry, from George Mikan. Excuse me.
He blocks falling boulders from mountains.
The legend has come. Adonis. He is Adonis.
But we let him go. He was just too much for the team to handle.
We had to give up the $5 million a year because it's just he was too much to handle. He was too dangerous. If he moved his finger, you might fly back from the force, the godlike force that he possesses. if he just moved his finger, you better back up or you better stay away because there's a lot of power coming out of that. But yeah, he's joining the ranks in Boston. Danny Ainge has.
Man, that's an intense team, Boston fans. I mean, if you thought Garnett was intense, man, talk about work ethic.
Oh my God,
Garnett's lazy compared to Darko.
Darko likes competition. Yes, he does.
Man,
he likes it so much.
I mean, Darko was just he changed my life. He really did. Just seeing him practice with that intensity. I mean, I weighed like almost 500 pounds until I saw Darko, and it just motivated me.
No. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to do like the Rocky theme now. Oh man, yeah,
the guy's amazing. He is. He's amazing.
You have to watch that YouTube video where he's ranting about the Italians, ladies and gentlemen. That is where you can see competitiveness.
That's the intensity, yes. That's our love for the game coming out right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I can't believe the Boston Celtics did this. What are they doing?
That's an incredible pickup.
Oh. It's going to change their franchise forever, but maybe in the wrong way.
You think the Lakers and the 76ers got a center?
Oh, yes.
Watch out.
Bynum. Yep. You know Darko's going to put Bynum on his ass immediately.
Oh,
immediately.
Don't even try it, Bynum.
So,
don't even try it.
With no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 champions, Boston Celtics.
Guaranteed.
Darko Nesterovic. No, I'm just kidding. Darko Milicic, MVP. Yes, sir. Oh, look at us. We love Darko, can't you tell? Can't you tell we love him?
For such strength.
Oh, man. We like to really run on that guy, don't we? United we run. Yes, we're looking at that in the background. Timberwolves slogan, United we run. Yeah, they're running in Boston, too, apparently. But, I guess they needed a center so bad they signed Darko. Yeah. I guess there's something to be said. If you're 7 foot, you have a shot. Doesn't matter if you can play, but you have a shot. There's something to be said, I guess, in this league right now. The center position is it's literally Sasquatch, like it's urban legend, isn't it? Urban legend.
See, what they're doing is Darko is so powerful that he has to contain all that. See, this is what he does. He goes to a team.
This is what he does. Yep. That was awesome. Good.
He plays well until that contract comes around. He reserves all that energy until the next big contract signing. Okay? So he performs.
That's the trick.
You know, it's like stock market, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He
literally just wait. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it is like the stock market. Because
I can't even think about it.
He just buys, buy low, sell high, except he does it the opposite way. Or he gets you to do the opposite.
That's it.
That's the trick.
You know?
That's the trick. You know, he's got that high value now, so you buy high. And then he just kind of waits and waits, lets his value drop, still collects the money. But then the value goes up again for some strange reason, and they buy again. That's kind of like what it's like, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot like the way our politicians run the United States, regardless of what political side you're on. They run it the same way, no matter who they are. Buy high, sell low. Go Darko, sell low. Yes, sir. Oh, boy, look at us with Darko. We could talk about him for like 50 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. And we'd still not get bored. and the funny part is I don't know if the listeners would get bored either. That's the really funny part. Oh, boy, that was fun. Yep. So, if there's no further ado, is it time to delve into the Timberwolves, or would you like?
That's what we're here for.
Yep, this is it. So we are not going to take a break. We're gonna flow. I mean, sometimes we take breaks, sometimes we flow. This time we're gonna flow, because united, we run. United, we run. Tolliver is going to fly south for the winter.
Yeah.
It's the decision part 3 for Tolliver. He's going to take his services to Atlanta, Georgia, with the Atlanta Hawks, to Hotlanta, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've signed a replacement. His name is Lou Edmondson. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Sounds like you're a fan, actually.
I know a little bit about him. I don't know
Yeah.
too much. I know it's his hustle when he played for the Suns.
Mm-hmm. And I do remember the name, and I remember seeing him. Yeah, he's one of those kind of, he's not gonna, he's not like this, he's not a Brandon Roy type addition.
Yeah.
Or, I even think in a lot of ways you could say skill-wise he's like a downgrade from Tolliver. But the effort is, he'll give you effort.
Yeah, I think with Tolliver, too. I mean, he did give effort. That's why
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, he
understand
did.
why we didn't just keep him.
Mm-hmm. That's what I don't understand either.
It's not like either one of them
No.
will get any type of playing time.
Mm-hmm.
But, unless, someone gets injured.
Yeah, it's all about that. It's like the insurance policy.
Yeah.
And like the other question might be, maybe Atlanta is offering more than the minimum, and maybe we wanted just to sign for the minimum, and that's Lou Admondson. I keep trying to call him Aldmond or something, but Almond, I mean. But I suppose we just maybe it was one of those situations where Tolliver kind of deserves a decent amount of playing time, like rotation level.
Yeah.
And we probably might not be willing to offer that right now. And then Admondson is the kind of guy that might not be as, demanding in that category.
Yeah, he's more of a center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's more of a center. Yeah, I think he brings more size than Tolliver.
Yeah.
Plus, I guess we have his replacement, Tolliver's replacement, in Dante Cunningham.
Yeah.
By all accounts.
I like Cunningham.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a nice, he's gonna be a nice addition. I'm looking forward to it. Very good defender. The funny part is he's basically the same exact size as Tolliver, and even wears the same number. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So 44 returns to Minnesota, and he'll look very similar. It just won't be the same exact guy. Power forward, 6'8", 227. Yep, I believe he's about a year or two younger than is Monsieur Tolliver. So, Monsieur, I got friends on my head right now. I blame my fiance for that. Mm-hmm. That's an inside comment there. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice move. Edmondson. It's obviously, it's you're trying to make the playoffs. That's the kind of guy you'd like to have, like, as your 10th, 11th type guy, and that's, I guess, what he's going to be. But Cunningham, like you were saying, yeah, there you go. His role, I mean, yeah, he's going to be probably like right about the 9th guy, I got to think.
Yeah.
9th or 10th.
Yeah.
He'll be a piece.
Because, either Karolinko or Derek will be getting the backup power forward minutes.
Mm-hmm. Because right now, probably Derek, I'm guessing. But, yeah, I mean, Karolinko, you can kind of merge around, a bit. He's versatile. And yes, since we might as well get on the topic right now. This is a big topic, significant with the Timberwolves. Apparently, to try to add more versatility to his game, the aforementioned Derek Williams has trimmed down 25 pounds. Yes. According to all sources. Yeah, I mean, that's going to make things very interesting now. So, I mean, obviously he's clearly, he's doing the best he can to try to fit in with this team, the long-term future of the team. Kind of exciting, huh? Question is, has he improved? We have no idea. We haven't gotten to see that. I hope so. He's a huge X factor.
Yeah.
Huge X factor for the future of this team. Small forward, power forward. Because Karolinko, well, we got him for 2 years, but after that, I don't know if he's going to be here or not. So that would really hinge on Derek Williams. Is he going to take the reins of the position, or is he just going to be another one of those guys that you like Wesley Johnson that you that you kick out of here and after his second year?
And I really think that Wesley might actually blow up
You're
I have a bad feeling about that.
You're terrified, aren't you?
Yeah, because he was actually, well, I know it's Summer League. And again,
Yeah.
We talked about this in the last show.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah,
I mean, he did better than Derek in the Summer League.
That was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, then we got rid of him. So.
Oh, that was really bad. Yeah, because Derek didn't look aggressive.
Yeah. Wesley
did. I mean, granted, guys like, this is a name you probably might not be familiar with, but I'm like a ridiculous person. Rick Brunson was a guy who was like a third string point guard in the NBA. And in Summer League, he looked like, he was out there like all confident and swagger and good, like Kobe, So it's one of those things where the competition level is like unbelievably lower. So it's one of those things where you tread carefully with a guy or tread carefully, lightly with a guy like Wesley Johnson doing well, like you were saying just now. Yeah. But it also does give you a little bit of horrifying thoughts in regards to Derek Williams.
Yeah.
He didn't even look aggressive at all.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So you're going with the guy who's, when confident, can do well.
Yeah.
Or a guy who just doesn't do well for whatever reason.
For whatever reason. It's kind of horrifying, isn't it?
Maybe because he's baby fat.
He's got to get rid of that baby fat, baby. Baby, okay, sorry. Yeah, and supposedly he's done that, but hopefully that it means something and it's not just one of those things where, he trimmed weight, but he still sucks. Yeah. Well, like Joe Smith.
His baby fat's still on him. And that shouldn't be, seeing as how Love and Peck have lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, wow, they look good.
There's no reason, Derek should have baby fat still.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only explanation I could think of is how the other two have been around longer, so they're a little bit older and stuff, but still, I mean, Derek Williams, so far, this guy's gonna have to step it up this year.
Yeah,
he really is in a lot of ways. I hope he does, because if he does, wow, we're gonna have some fun this year. Yeah. We're gonna have a very talented team. If they're, he's a huge X factor for the short and long term success of the team. Yeah, I mean, man, that's interesting though. I didn't know. See, like, this is something that just popped up like today or so. Michael Redd's been added to the summer league, to the training camp.
Asked.
Oh, he's been asked?
Trying to get him here, yeah.
So it's still kind of a... that's funny. Because, I mean, we signed... It's funny how it's like Roy and Red. What the hell? Two guys that have...
Yeah.
Two guys that have had, issues. I mean, Roy, obviously, we actually signed him and we're ready to go. But Michael Red, too? Really? I don't know. What is that? What do you make of Michael Red? Do you think there's a point?
Well, I would have liked him. He did... Again, watching
Phoenix,
the Suns,
yep. Mm-hmm.
He did okay when I saw him. The games I did watch with the Suns, which is rarely, I didn't see him get any type of playing time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was kind of like a 10th man there.
Yeah.
And then I even saw something about Raja Bell, according to Jerry Zgoda. This is getting weird now. I mean, okay, who's going to be here?
Yeah, we have just too many guys right now.
Yeah, it's getting kind of weird. I mean, you got Chase Budinger, you got Alexei Shved. I mean, is this an indictment on Shved, or what's the deal? Like, why would you want to bring in all these shooting guards all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Or is it like, Brandon Roy's knee's bugging him, but we don't want anybody to know? Is it that? Oh, wouldn't that be a nightmare?
Yeah, now we're doing this because we know we're going to be packaging either Luke or JJ with Derek and another guy.
That could be
too. Getting rid of 4 more guys.
Mm-hmm. That could be too. That's that's an interesting thought. That could mean something else is going on, because David Kahn was constantly talking about something else is coming, and I don't think it was just Lou Edmondson. I mean, that's the little tweak that he was talking about, I'm sure, but I don't know. There could be something afoot. Could be, because the roster does look suspiciously saturated right now, and especially if we add guys like that too. I mean, it's just training camp, but I mean, it's kind of big names. You don't just bring them in and cut them, do you? I guess you can. I mean, you have all the freedom in the world too. But the other thing is, why would they want to come here just to get cut? I don't know. You would think they'd want to go somewhere where there's a legit chance they can make it.
Yeah, and it seems like our bench is so I mean, like a lot of guys aren't better than the other one.
Yeah, classic Timberwolves the last 5 years. Yeah,
and because of that, we can. It seems like we can package anyone with, if like a guy doesn't work out, doesn't mean much if we package him and trade him.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like that's what we're trying to do: just grab a whole bunch of guys, hope for the best, and trade the rest.
That could be. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if something happens. Actually, when you think about that, the pieces are in place. No, as Brett Favre would say. Yeah, the formula does kind of reek of something's still going to happen. Actually, yeah, when you look at it, because like I've been saying since the very first season preview, too many players play the same position.
Yeah.
I said it again, didn't I? How many times have I said that?
That's how it is. I mean, I would still like to see a Malcolm Lee get some minutes.
Yeah, we still have him, and he's right now. Long term, I don't know. Is he the odd man out? It's like, I guess so, but maybe not.
And actually, I think for Malcolm, Luke, and Berea, and Shved, right now, I think for those 4 guys, it's going to be okay. Well, 2 of them aren't going to be here when Ricky gets back.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, and for Greg and Derek. And Cunningham, they're going to be playing for minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all going to be. They're all going to be, aren't they?
Yeah, because as soon as Ricky is back, 2 of those guys are going out of the point guard in the backcourt.
Berea and maybe Alexi. Yeah.
And even Chase. I mean, if Derek can do better, maybe and then Chase is the odd man out.
Yeah, and the one thing with Chase too is you could just sit on him because he's got a cheap expiring contract right now.
Yeah, and again, I still really don't understand that.
Yeah.
Pickup. I mean, I think we're better off getting Festus. You're using that for a draft. Actually, you keeping the pick.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting a center.
Yeah, I that was pretty strange. I mean, you gave away the 18th overall pick for a guy with a 1 year left on his deal for under $1 million. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, Cunningham's making $2 million. That slightly makes more sense. Slightly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very slightly makes more sense. And even he's, I don't know. I guess that's about the kind of guy you'd get with the 18th pick. Now, Budinger is overachieved for where he was drafted. Definitely.
Yeah. Being
that he was a second round pick. That's a 10 points a game guy. But I don't know.
And then what is he going to try to demand?
Yeah.
If he does, it's one of those things like, okay,
we just lose him.
Yeah, for nothing. Give away a draft pick for nothing. He comes here, plays well, and he said, okay, well, I definitely want more than Cunningham.
Yeah, I got to think he's. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to hear him want like 2.5. I wouldn't be surprised something like that, at like something in that range, 2.5 to 3, depending on how. If he's a Fred Hoiberg type, then he's gonna, if he's like a net scorcher like Fred Hoiberg was, then he was going to demand something.
I'd rather him stay, with the Rockets, sit on the bench, and then pick him up free agency for less.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get him now. Okay, we invested a decent draft pick on him.
Yeah, 18th pick is, it's kind of a crapshoot, but still, I mean,
there were centers there. We need a backup center, and there were centers there available.
Yeah, and over the past few years, we've seen extremely good shooting guards go in those mid to late 20s. Yeah. The Marshawn Brooks, the Jordan Crawfords. I'm sorry to bring those names up yet again. Those were swings and misses by this franchise.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
It didn't even swing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I used the wrong. I used the wrong words. They struck out looking on those. Strike three. It's like that was right across the plate, man. Swing. Dang it! Come on. That was a home run ball for you. I mean, we knew Brooks and Jordan Crawford were going to succeed, and all you guys have to do is listen back to those shows.
Yeah,
they were going to succeed.
And we needed a shooting guard.
We were dying for a shooting guard. Oh, it drives me crazy. Yeah, I mean, David Kahn if the pick isn't to single digits, he treats it like toilet paper, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's been that's been a trend since he got here.
And the funny thing is, if you try to trade for Brooks now, we'll have to give up Luke. Pick, Chase,
maybe not quite Peck, but maybe.
No, Pick.
Oh, I think you said Peck. I was like, Peck? No.
That won't go that far.
Yeah, that'd be expensive.
it wouldn't be a simple trade. They'll
Yeah.
want a lot for Brooks.
Yeah, you'd have to give up pieces like Chase and Luke, maybe something like that. Maybe a second round pick with them.
Yeah.
You'd have to give up pieces though, definitely. Derek Williams, I'd do that probably right now. Actually, as sick as that sounds,
Yeah.
I would trade Derek Williams for Marshawn, but they'd probably turn us down.
Yeah, but they probably would.
Isn't that sick?
And then you run the
Sorry.
risk
Yep.
what if Roy is back to where he used to be? You know?
Oh yeah, they'd be like, shoot, what did we do that for? No, I'm kidding.
But if he is, and then we can make a trade for Derek.
Get him back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. Trade, get him back. That's awesome. Yeah, I want him back. Yes, I want Derek Williams back. Okay, sorry. I mean, yeah, I like the depth at center versus like last year. That's for sure. I mean, Greg's teams up versus the. Yeah, we talked about him a lot, like we did the last two shows. That guy, he's definitely an upgrade over that guy. Thank God.
With his bone spurs, I don't know what.
Steamy.
Yeah.
Steamer, I guess they call him, but I always thought it was steamy, but I guess it's steamer.
With those
But-
spurs, I don't know.
Those Spurs, San Antonio level. No, yeah, and Pekovic had Spurs last year.
Yeah.
That stupid Tim Duncan wannabe. Okay,
Which,
sorry.
which is another reason he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, it's like they got us. You have to find a way to prevent stuff like that happen. Excuse me. I mean, he's obviously a pretty heavy guy.
Yeah.
He was 290, I believe.
Yeah. I really was hoping that we've gotten a Whiteside.
Yeah.
Just for
the
blocking.
draft pick?
Yeah, because if Greg is injured, then we're going to need a shot blocker.
Yeah, because Pekovic is not that guy. Kirilenko blocks shots, but he's also 31, and you don't know.
Power forward.
Yeah, and yep. He's not a center. Yep, power / small.
Yeah.
Love does not block shots. What's really sad about all this? It's like you think about it. Like let's say hypothetically, Greg's team is the best shot blocker on the team.
Yeah.
When you look at the grand scheme of this, do you know who the second best shot blocker is on the Wolves? It's horrifying. You know who it is?
Who?
I just pointed at a name and I just saw those eyes pop out of your head. He is, isn't he?
That's right, yeah.
I'll say the name.
Malcolm Lee.
Yeah. Your shooting point guard would be the second best shot blocker. Oh, okay, third, excuse me, Andre. I'm an idiot, but third best shot blocker, excuse me. But still, yeah, maybe Malcolm Lee is better shot blocker than Andre at this point.
Yeah, who's still I think Andre still has that's
A little bit of Josh
thing.
Smith, yeah, another thing. Look
Andre
at us.
won't be here for long.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we have to sweat out.
I think this season is just going to be evaluation basically for all the guys except for Peck and Love and Rubio.
Yeah, those guys are guaranteed, especially Rubio. Yeah, it's like earlier in his career, Kirilenko was like Josh Smith level shot blocker, and then later on he averages about 1.2, which is it's not bad at all. I mean, it's better than most people, but still, it's not what it was. That's the whole point. It's not like Josh Smith level anymore.
I think position changed too because he went from power forward, small forward, then Boozer.
Kind of changes. Oh yeah, that SOB. Yeah, that empty stats as you called him. Yeah. It's funny to think of Malcolm Lee as a shot blocker, but yeah, he is.
But I'm really
shooting guard.
interested to see what Malcolm Lee can do.
He's the intriguing guy on the roster. He really is. Like if you have a football team, he's the Joe Webb,
Yeah.
Isn't he though? He's the Joe Webb of the Timberwolves, where you're like, you can't start him, but and you don't want to give him tons of time, but damn it, he's got to get on the court a little bit.
Yeah, because Edelman was just he liked him a lot. Mm-hmm. From where I got it, but yeah, he was another player that was injured. Didn't get a lot of because of lockout.
Yeah.
Didn't get a lot of practice in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it went from no practice to like we have to play like 3 games in a row. Like what? Whoa! Yeah. That's like, especially if you're a college player and you're playing maybe 25 games a year to like all of a sudden you're playing like 25 games a month.
Yeah.
Because the lockout crams the schedule. Yeah, I mean that had to. Yeah, that's a physical that's a freight train of physicality right there, isn't it? Or of mileage on your body.
Yeah.
That hurts if you're not used to it at all.
Yeah, and I actually think that Luke and Berea won't be here by the trade deadline.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta think Berea's good. He's gonna get traded. Yep, Berea is probably, like, if you were to pick one guy who's the most likely to get traded, do you think it's Berea or Derek Williams?
Berea, definitely.
Yeah.
So seeing how this whole flopping thing is going down, you know.
he's the best, he's the most notorious, we'll say, flopper on the roster.
Yeah, because next,
excuse me,
season after this upcoming one, I mean, I would rather have, Luke and Shved as a backup point guard, and then a really cheap point guard, not either Luke or Berea,
Yeah, that's for sure. Whew. I was like freaking out about something. Yeah, I mean, I would totally rather have Luke over Berea. Yeah, totally, or even a cheap point guard like you were saying. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Telfair. No,
yeah, well, eventually, yeah.
Sorry, I had to say
Maybe
it.
I actually I like a Sebastian.
Look at I. Yep. I always get you excited when I say that name. Oh,
because
yeah.
he was just way better than Flynn.
God, yes.
It's ridiculous.
And by the way, I apologize if there was a slight chopping of the audio there for a second. I was checking something, so apologize. Checking something on the, but yeah, he was better than Flynn. That's for sure. Which is really sad. Really sad. Johnny Flynn went from a 6th overall pick to trying to make the Pistons, trying to make the team.
The Pistons.
Ouch. The Pistons suck. I'm sorry, Rip City bad boys out there if you're listening. Yeah, it's not, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry to say that, okay. But I don't mean to say anybody sucks except the Washington Wizards or somebody like that. But that's a team I'm not afraid to just open, like, ugh. They need to just, like, get, what's the word? Contracted pretty much from the league. Then I'll be satisfied. But, yeah, the Pistons roster is not exactly I would think it's not the toughest roster to make in the league if you're a young player, but if you're Johnny Flynn, I guess it is. He's in trouble, boy. Johnny Flynn's problem, I'm telling you now, it's still kind of on topic. It's obviously the NBA and former Timberwolves, but that guy, it's like he's just in the league to be in the league. Yeah. He's not in the league because he's not competitive.
I'm just confused by him. I just don't understand why he didn't succeed. I mean, he's very well spoken. Incredible smile.
Yes, he does.
That's all you need.
And he likes Skittles. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like you'd think all that candy would give him more energy.
There's no reason he shouldn't have been a top 5 point guard in this league. Come on.
Oh, that guy. Clueless player, isn't he?
Man.
He couldn't finish for his life. Oh, I can't stand. Okay, I'm sorry. And I was so in love with him, which is just, man, I'm so frustrated.
Me, man.
I'm sorry.
You really fooled me.
I'm sorry. Look at us opening all these wounds and dumping like salt licks in them, like not little granules of salt. We're dumping the whole salt lick in there. Oh man, I'm sorry. Okay, so we continue to dance around the roster I mean, that's part of the preview. We're just analyzing who's going to be here, what they're going to, what kind of season they're going to have. That's part of the preview, right?
Yeah, I actually think this season we're pretty much running off.
Look at you! How dare you?
I'm not saying that because we have way too many guys playing, and we just have to, figure out who's staying and who's not, and then actually give them a decent amount of playing time next season.
The funny part is, after all this, though, at the same time, it's going to be a greatly improved season. Even though we're looking at it that way.
Yeah.
Because we're not negative on this team, so don't get us wrong, guys out there. That might think like, what is up with these dudes? This team's going to win 50 games this year, and they're acting like they're the Pistons, or the Wizards, or God knows the Cleveland or whatever. But no, I mean, it's clearly a situation. The ground ain't firm yet, except for guys like Love and Rubio. That's it's the most firm with them. Pekovic should be number 3, and then after that, it's kind of a crapshoot, really, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, the ground's not firm. I mean, it's really not for most of them.
Yeah, because if
So,
Roy's knees are bad, then it's Malcolm, or maybe even Chase, then Shved.
Or Michael Rad. No, Michael Rad. Talk about bad knees.
Or Chase, Shved, Malcolm, That's what I'm telling you. And then if that's the case, then Shved is better at shooting guard, okay, then we are keeping Luke.
Yeah, and I got to think, Shved is a shooting guard in this league, according to everybody, because, he's just too out of control as a point guard. Yeah. Well, if he plays it, but...
Yeah. Imagine if he did adapt to playing point guard, man.
That'd be pretty cool.
Defensively, our backcourt would be a whole lot better. But with right now, defensively, with Rubio being out, I mean, I know... that Luke can defend pretty well against certain point guards.
Against certain,
I mean, he tries.
He's kind of up and down defensively, but he's not terrible. No, he's not Wally Zerbiak level.
Yeah, then just Roy. His lateral movement has to be a lot slower.
That's the scary.
And because of that, I think and Shved, looking at the Olympics, his defense is questionable.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking actually because of defensive reasons, Lee will get a lot more minutes than we think. Either Lee or Chase, that shooting guard, we get a lot more minutes. Well, Chase too. Defensively, from the Rockets fans, I seen that it's not. No, his defense isn't that great.
Seems like the whole,
Yeah, so I think actually Lee will get more minutes.
That's the one thing that he does offer. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
he is a very good defender on the perimeter, and that's a rare commodity right now. Ricky Rubio surprised us.
Oh yeah,
long term, like about a few months before he finally got here. It's like he's really actually a really good perimeter defender. Whereas before that, we were thinking he'd just be another classic guy who gets burned on the perimeter, but no. So, that would be a nice defensive backcourt if you have Rubio and Lee together.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
We know what Karolinko's going to do.
He's a defender, yep.
But then again, you have Chase coming in as small forward, or Derek, which he's not the greatest defender.
Yeah, Chase he's a wild card. He really is, isn't he? Chase is one of the Chase is a wild card on this. Chase and Derek both are the two wild cards on the roster in a lot of ways. I mean, they might play 5 minutes and they might play 30 some nights. It's gonna. I think it's gonna fluctuate with those two guys.
And then again, with Chase, it's another contract thing. It's like, okay, if we give this guy a lot of minutes, we like him, he's going to demand a lot of money, and we can't really do that because we have to get Peck.
Yeah, he's not signed yet.
Yeah, we have to sign Peck, so we can't. I don't know.
That's no joke with Pekovic. That could be an interesting situation.
Yeah. I think we have to invest more minutes in Derek.
Yeah, I agree with that most definitely because and granted you invested a second round pick in him. You have to look at priorities here, and I think Derek is a priority over Chase.
Yeah,
it sucks that you had to give up an 18 pick to get Chase, but it's like should have thought they should have thought about that before they made the move.
Yeah,
maybe they're smarter. Maybe they're smarter than we think, and it's gonna be the he's the next Hoiberg, which I would love. Man, I would love it. That would be great. But we'll see. You seem to like him when you play NBA 2K, though. But
I like him. But it's just if you like him, he does well. Then the money demand is going to be pretty high. Yeah,
that's the other point. That's the other point you brought up is the demand is going to change, and he does not have bird rights with this organization. Yeah. That's another huge problem.
So I'd rather have used our pick and let Chase sit on the bench over there. The Rockets.
Yeah.
And then just pick them up off of waivers.
We could have very easily
with
an exception type of a portion of the exception, not $5 million a year. I hope. But the good news with Peck, he does have bird rights because this is year 3, unless the rules have completely changed, which I don't think they have. Pekovic will have bird rights, so that's good. Derek Williams obviously will because he's a You know, he's got a rookie scale here, so he'll have bird rights when the time comes. Yep, not that he's earned $50 million yet, but not even close. But Bekovic might have, or we might be saying that by the time.
Is going to be a force.
Mm-hmm. That could be a $50 to $60 million contract coming here.
Because I noticed how he would run down the court, looking at his feet. But
yeah, he's a beast.
But he was fast.
Yeah,
he didn't weigh that much. Now he's lighter, and he was an underrated dunker. Because looking back at the highlights recently, he could dunk. Mm-hmm. And guys moved out of the way.
He is a very powerful guy.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. And even the dunking part, that was kind of like the early going to, you could say, in his career. That was the first indicator that this guy is an offensive weapon.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden last year it's like, wait, he just did that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if he keeps doing it. Like we're in regards to post moves.
Yeah.
Oh, he did it again.
That move he did on Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
I thought that was love at first.
Yeah, because you're saying how the offense was that good.
Yeah,
because Love's a top 4 scorer.
Yeah, and they did it so fast. Now he has post moves and he's lighter, faster, and stronger.
Yeah, which if you can imagine that, I mean the guy's got a chance to have a very, very lucrative career in the NBA. Lucrative for himself anyway, but hopefully for us too. Lots of jersey sales and fantastic. He was even rebounding last year. He was playing like 20, 10, 25, 12. I couldn't believe how good he was when he was in his hot streak, so to speak.
Yeah,
and he was putting up post moves that were just unbelievable, unprecedented for a Timberwolves center. Never has been anything like that.
And in a lot of games, he was the reason why we're in the game or winning. Mm-hmm. But nothing by Adam. Like in the fourth quarter, like Peck will be sitting on the bench. I don't know if that's because he was injured.
Mm-hmm. Or, a lot of times.
Or he wouldn't get the ball at all.
Was this later in the year?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's that bone spur crap because I kind of kept
sitting in the fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what it was because he really had some serious, pain issues with that ankle like in the last 2 months of the year or so. Yeah. It was a bummer because it's like, man, he's just he's not. You see spurts, but you don't see like the consistency because of that. That was a drag.
Yeah, it kind of gives me concern about Greg. I mean, Greg isn't a heavy guy, and he has more foot problems than Peck.
Peck, yeah.
And that's why I understand why we paid him so much. Another thing,
2.5, right?
Yeah. Miller too. Brad Miller. He's another one who gets the bone spurs.
Yeah, Brad Miller was notorious for that over his career.
Yeah, so I really don't understand why we keep grabbing these guys. Well, except for Peck. Why we get Greg? It's, as soon as we hear that, okay, we've already had 2 guys who who get them. So why would we grab another guy? Which is the reason why I was saying we should just kept the pick.
Yeah,
got in the center.
It would have been nice to get somebody young like Fab Melo, who was available, of course.
Yeah,
he was available.
That's what I just don't understand. It's like we got rid of a guy, for Chase. He would be a decent
Chase
starter, or bench player. And just get rid of we need a backup center.
Yeah,
obviously after draft was over and we go scrounging for centers.
Yeah, and we just literally. I mean, I like the steamer. We'll say I like the steamer pickup, but
I don't know about the price though. I mean, he's injured already. He can't even practice with us.
Yeah.
So for an injured guy like that, I wouldn't have paid that much.
Mm-hmm. That's the one thing. I mean, luckily,
and he would have been our third backup. But I would have rather have had like Fab. I like Festus.
I forget, where did he go to again?
Might
not be able to remember. Oh, is it?
I think he went to the Warriors.
Okay, yeah, I think I know who you mean now. Yeah, did they have a good?
Oh
Whew.
yeah, man.
That's our buddy. That's our buddy Pumpa's. Yeah, we're going to talk about their show in a little bit, but yeah, our buddy Pumpa, the Golden State Warriors, that basketball show, man. That team, yeah, and of course Train also the Lakers. Yeah, we talked about them for a little while, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, that is a hell of a show. Yeah, we'll talk about them in a little bit too. A little bit, just yes, that's a good show, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, it's so fun. Yep. They're good buddies of ours, too, now. Yeah, we met them on Twitter. But, where was I? Oh, yeah, the Warriors. Like I was going to say, yeah, they had a hell of a draft. There's no doubt the Warriors. I think they won this year. I think. Them and I forget who else did really good. There was,
Roaches.
Hornets. Oh, yes, the Roaches. That team did good, too.
Yeah, the Hornets too.
The Hornets, the Roaches, the Portland Roaches. Rip City, yep, the Rip City Bad Boys, yep, the Rip City, of course. Yeah, man, those guys. Oh, you know who would be the perfect franchise player for the Rip City Bad Boys?
Who?
Rasheed Wallace. Portland
Yeah.
and Detroit.
That goes back.
There you go, Portland and Detroit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Perfect. So there's okay, look at me dancing around. But yeah, it was a perfect fit for like both of those teams when they were in their primes. They got the championship with Detroit and were really good at Portland when he was there. So anyhow, slightly off topic, but slightly on topic. Where was I? Okay. No, we were talking about, you're talking about Festus,
Yeah.
centers. Yeah, I mean, the center position has always been a position of need, no matter who you are, pretty much. Unless you're LA, the Lakers, damn it. They've never needed a center because they've always had one. Even in their quote-unquote lean years, they had Vlade Divac, and it's like, come on, you know? Even he was good, you know?
Yeah.
He wasn't great, but he was good.
Oh, don't forget about the Cowboy.
Which one? Why am I
his
forgetting the name? Yeah. Was it the Lakers?
It was the Cowboy. Yeah.
Was it the Lakers?
Lakers, yeah.
Was it recent?
No.
Long ago?
Yeah.
Bill Walton. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not Bill Walton. Was it long ago?
Forgot his name.
Long ago? Oh, look at you. Well, while you're
Looked
thinking
like the
that
guy
up,
on Lost.
oh, I'm not sure.
Party of Five. If anyone's ever
Oh,
watched
shame
that
on
show.
you. Shame on you. Like what era was it?
Let me call a quick timeout. Do a little search.
This guy's a
No,
troublemaker.
no.
This guy's a troublemaker. Yeah. I'll let you look while I keep doing my Timberwolves ramble, like because I'm good at that, aren't I? I'm good at Wolves rambling, aren't I? Yeah, JJ Barea, he's fired. Okay, sorry. And as we're doing our on-air search, just because we get curious about something,
Let's see.
and then we want to find the answer now. So, okay, excuse me. Kevin Love. What more can you say about Kevin Love? I mean, it's he got his gold medal. Now he's guaranteeing the Timberwolves make the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs. Absolutely. Eldon Campbell's another center that played with the Lakers too. That was very good. Incredible. It just never ends with those guys, does it?
Chris Mim.
Oh, you're thinking about Chris Mim. Okay. Shame on you, Chris Mim.
He was a force.
Chris Mim. There was a time, actually, he was supposed to be pretty good, but
Yeah.
he just wasn't, you know?
A short time, a couple minutes.
Yeah, he was supposed to be good, but he never really was. Anyhow, so with that said, now we know who it is, Chris Mim. So with that said, can Kevin Love still improve? Can he actually still get better? I think he can, but how much better? That's the question. You know? That's just Facebook. But, do you think Kevin Love can still get better?
I don't know.
You don't like him anymore, do you?
Well, it's like he doesn't know what he wants to be
Yeah?
just yet. I mean, he likes the three ball.
Mm-hmm. He's Chris Webber, I'm telling you. No, I hope he's not Chris Webber. That'd be bad.
Because he wants to get that double double.
Oh, yeah.
If he wasn't obsessed with that, I think he'll be like like Dirk.
Yeah.
If he wasn't so obsessed with the rebounding.
Yeah, he'd be like a Dirk.
Let me say obsessed with rebounding.
Pretty similar, isn't he?
Numbers wise, yeah.
He's very similar to Dirk, actually, when you think about that.
Yeah.
When you think about it, the high-scoring power forward that can shoot threes like crazy.
Yeah.
He can shoot the lights out.
I mean, he does have a fadeaway like Dirk, like a guaranteed mid-range shot. And actually, what even happened to... Because when Love first got here, he had a mid-range game, which looks like he disappeared.
Way back in the beginning, yep.
So now it's either threes or,
near the basket type, deep inside. Like, not like athletic dunks, but I guess some dunks. He doesn't really post up. He's a face-the-basket type, isn't he?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see a little posting, but I don't know. It might be too late for that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If he's not doing it now, or if he wasn't doing it last year when he was averaging 26 points a game, then he probably never will.
Yeah, I just don't think there's a...
He's a shooting power forward guard. No. Oh, that's goofy how I said it. But that's kind of like Dirk Nowitzki, really, yeah.
Yeah.
He's very similar. Eerily, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously some differences, but there's a lot of similarities between the two. Hopefully it means at least one ring for us here. Dirk eventually got one.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't think Love knows where he's going to be just yet. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's going to happen until we get a solid, roster.
Yeah. Like a long-term debit situation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Pekovic hopefully will be here long-term, but yeah, we need we need defense, interior defense. We have some perimeter defense.
We definitely do.
Yeah. Dante Cunningham might become that as well, though.
Yeah, I think, Cunningham, yeah.
He's by all accounts, he's an excellent defender. So that's the good part. He's probably a better defender than Tolliver.
Yeah, but that's
hopefully.
Why I wanted us to get a Festus or Whiteside, because we need a backup defender at center. Because we got Greg, but if he has foot problems, I mean, he has to jump to block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to jump when you have bone spurs.
Yeah.
Nikola didn't jump much at all when he had those issues, and that lasted like almost the whole second half of the year last year was those foot problems.
Yeah.
That was frustrating.
So we have a shot blocker who has, bone spurs, and then, so...
Frustrations.
Yeah, so I think we definitely need to get a Whiteside, or we should have kept that pick. I wish we would have kept the pick. I mean, it's done now, but...
Yeah, it's one of those deals where it's like, it just kind of is what it is. Like we didn't get them. Yeah, it's stuck in our heads though. Yep, just like the shooting guards that we always talk about. Those two guys, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Crawford, Jordan Crawford, not Jamal.
I couldn't believe it. It's like he's still there.
He's
still there.
Yeah,
we're getting on this time. Nope.
He's still there, and he's traded. We traded down for the 4 picks lower in cash. Still there again. Traded down 4 more picks in cash.
And
we fired Kurt Rambis.
Yeah, as a third time, it was like, okay, we're giving it. This is all for Kurt.
It's all for Kurt. It's a nice little buyout. Here you go, Kurt. We gave up we really. Okay, I almost said something really bad. You could hear what I was about to say, didn't you?
It's true. Yeah, our future just down the toilet. Just pay that guy off.
To sugarcoat it, we really flubbed up.
Yeah,
big time, and in the Kurt Rambis and stuff. Yeah, and how we handled it in so many ways. Yeah, that was messed up. I guess we could kind of close the Timberwolves stuff with the Brandon Roy Ricky Rubio combination. Is it the backcourt of legends?
I hope so.
I hope so.
With his knee thing, I hope that the treatment that he gets,
Oh, well, go ahead.
The treatment that he gets isn't. If it's for the pain, I mean, it's it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Say he can go and get treatment anytime he wants to, right?
Yeah, yep. That's the good part. They said anytime. It's not like, you can only have it this many times, and it's not one of those deals where like you put a stop leak in your radiator. You can only do it a couple of times before it ruins your really damages the interior, the tank or whatever, in your car. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, the good news about Brennan Roy, yeah, he can keep doing it. I do believe he'd have to travel a long distance to do it, but I recommend he probably has to... what did they say? What was it? Like once every year and a half or so? So hopefully he'll do it before every season, I would think.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, all indications are he's as healthy as a horse, and that's a good sign.
Yeah.
I'm sure his lateral movement won't be what it was. I'm not sure if he was ever a spectacular defender, but he was at least decent, right?
Yeah.
Like a C plus. No.
That's what I'm saying. With Ricky there in his defense,
Yeah.
I think that'll make up for it. Actually, and
Yep.
Karolinko's also. Mm-hmm. But that's why it would be kind of dangerous to have, I guess, unless you have Schmidt coming off the bench with Malcolm, which raises his defense with Malcolm there.
Yeah.
Which will make up for Derek's lack of defense.
Derek Williams is not a good defender.
Yeah, they have to have Cunningham out there to make up for Love, since Love, has no defense at all.
Yeah. So,
and he loves to point that out to the other people's. That's one thing about Love. Actually, we'll talk about that later. I also want to talk about Love's leadership role.
Oh, yeah. Should we save that for later? Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
save that for near the end. When we talk about if we make the playoffs or not, we'll save it for then.
But I'm excited about the Roy and Rubio backcourt.
Yeah, that's going to be. I think it's going to be special. It's funny how we've talked almost no Rubio, and it's partially because we don't know. Or, I mean, he's probably not going to be back until Thanksgiving range, maybe a little bit after that. Rubio, by all accounts, but the good news is he's on schedule. Whatever schedule is, he's on it.
Yeah,
it's not like a setback. I believe he's running now and everything, so that's good. Obviously, he should be running by now, but I would think. But
yeah, but I do not want him to rush back.
No, it's very crucial that he doesn't, because luckily he's still only 21 years of age, even though he's going into his second year.
Yeah, I'd rather him heal completely. And then past that,
Yeah, because he's so crucial to the future of this team.
We just can't rush him back just to win a couple extra games, especially if we know that the Lakers are going to win it all.
Yeah, that's a very strong possibility, unfortunately. Very strong possibility.
Yeah, there's just no point of
or the
bringing him
Thunder,
back,
yeah.
just so Kobe can crack his knee.
Son of a... oh, that son of a... Yeah. Kobe does some type of Jordan type move where it makes it look like he's heading a certain way and then cuts the other way, and Rubio has to kind of try to follow him, and the knee moved. Great. Fabulous. So that's what happened, unfortunately. Still can't believe it actually was two tendons. It was both the ACL and MCL that tore. It was it was kind of a small partial with the MCL, so it wasn't like Adrian Peterson level or it was a massive thing, but it was still bad though. It was worse than probably just a regular ACL.
Actually, my main thing is I want Rubio to come back the way he was before he got injured, and if that means him not playing this season, so be it.
Wow, yeah. I mean, hey, it is kind of like that. I mean, he's so vital to the future of this team. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Like when Love is a fantastic player, but Rubio, he's the straw that stirs the drink, isn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's probably the best way to describe it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. And another reason is, again, to, evaluate, Shved and Malcolm and see what they can do.
That'd be fun to see. Because, right now, those are the two guys that are, right as of right now, today, you'd say they're probably not going to get a ton of playing time, but they have talent. They both have talent. Like, one can shoot really good, and the other's a really nice defender and slasher.
Yeah.
I hope they get decent playing time this year, and not because someone's hurt, but because they earn it. Wouldn't that be cool?
The Shredder actually, he's a decent slasher too, from what I've seen.
He has been his shooting. I think is his top strength, but he can slash. Yes, and he can pass as well. He's got an overall game. He's an overall shooting guard. I think.
Yeah, well, Rubio being gone will mostly benefit Shved.
It could. I mean, it's going to at least give him minutes.
Yeah,
at either guard position.
Works out, then we can definitely make a trade sooner than later with in either JJ or Luke.
Or Luke.
Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand. That's cool. Yeah, I like that nickname. I used to call him the New Hope when he first got here because I mean I love it. You know, and he was so good last year, Luke Ridnour.
Yeah, he was.
He was so good.
Yeah, shooting guard. Yeah, I did not want the ball in his hands.
Yeah, you don't want him controlling the offense long term.
Yeah,
especially. Yeah, I mean that's the thing that buried us the year before was. He was ISOing himself. Come on, what the? You know, he was doing that one-on-one stuff.
Yeah.
Luke, that's not your game. That's not your game. That's not your game. Oh my God, I couldn't. I almost had a heart attack watching those games, especially the infamous volleyball shot that I call it. Yeah. Remember against Westbrook with 7 seconds left, he shot the ball like it was on fire. Remember? He acted like the ball was on fire and threw the ball like, oh my God, get it away from me, you know. And of course, it was the biggest air ball ever, and that was the end of the
ridiculous. I couldn't believe
it. Oh my God, that is crazy! I just saw an image of Kevin McHale looking like he was about 17.
Yeah,
but anyhow, yeah. Oh, look at us getting way distracted here. But freaking Luke Ridnour in that game. But no, last year we didn't see any of that. He was absolutely fantastic before he hurt his ankle super bad. We never saw him again after that ankle, did we?
No.
But that was all she wrote. That was a hell of an ankle injury, you know. Think about the drop-off the Timberwolves had last year with the injuries. It was like...
Oh, yeah, a lot of guys were injured.
It was worse than the Twins. I mean, you went from, you know, here we go. Yeah, Barea had nagging injuries. That was a pain. Nicola had nagging injuries. Then Barea turned into like a retard, basically, the rest of the year.
Yeah. Beasley with his freaking bones sticking out.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah, Beasley with the bones and the ankles. That was like an endless saga. Nicola, I think, I already mentioned, obviously, the bone spurs. But then, all of a sudden, the big one, Rubio's ACL. And then Love had a... was it a concussion? Yeah. Love had a concussion.
Yeah, I remember
Yep. That. And then, Love had a concussion, which was really big, a big problem. And of course, Luke Ridnour, before the Love concussion, his ankle got blown to smithereens as well. It's like, man, that was a lot of injuries. It was devastating. We were like the Bobcats kind of at that point, with J.J. Barea as our starting point guard.
Yeah.
And who's our, like, Derek Williams and guys like that, and Greg Anthony. That was his, yeah. Not Greg Anthony. What was his name again? I've already forgotten his name. Anthony Randolph. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was guys like that were all starting. And
Wayne the Rain Ellington got more minutes.
Wayne the Rain Ellington, yeah. We were like the Charlotte Bobcats, really, at that point. It was pretty bad. We just didn't have Michael Jordan as the owner. That was the only difference, really. The Bob Wolves. Yuck. That was a nasty roster. So, with that said, the importance of Ricky Rubio's health is insane. But obviously, yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame how good last year was until that it was a tidal wave of injuries.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I thought it was just purely morale. But it was injuries.
It was everything. And most of it was freak stuff. It wasn't necessarily like you could blame the lockout on it. I mean, a concussion's not a lockout thing, obviously. And, Rubio it was just his foot planted when it shouldn't have. It's just bad, really bad luck. And same thing with Ridnour going up for a layup. That happened to me one time, going up for a layup. My ankle just went sideways and rolled, and it was like, oh my God. And then my idiot butt didn't sit down at all. It kept playing like I was on a pogo stick out there. That was so dumb. And just a meaningless pickup game. Yeah, many years ago, and I'm telling you, that ankle still hurts sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, even when Darko was with us, he was injured, and it was a game where he was looking at Adelman like, dude, like, why do you have me out here?
He wasn't he?
Yeah,
like, and that was when
I'm obviously in pain, Adelman. Just like,
And they put him out there to try to knock a ball away, and he hurt his abdomen. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because he's that out of shape or whatever. He hurt his abdomen trying to knock a ball away. Because that was all he was in there for. Because they were preventing an alley-oop or whatever at the buzzer. That's what they were trying to do. And he still got hurt. Yeah, that's our hero, Darko. Boy, we analyzed that roster. up and down and around and upside down, didn't we? That was fun. That was a lot of fun analyzing that roster. So, ready to move on to predictions? Predictions? Okay.
Yeah, they're a little foggy right now.
What's that? The predictions?
Yeah,
it's not going to be easy this time. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, so it'll make it more fun. So we start in the East as per usual because we like to have our conference be second. So would you like to go first, or start with a flop? You want me to?
Oh, the East is Well, actually, you can go first.
Okay, the East is the least, isn't it? Huh?
I'm probably most likely going to agree with you.
You're cheating. Okay, sorry. Well, I'll let you do the West first. How about that? That way we switch up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there we go. The East, well, let's start off with the surprise first. That's better. Start off with the surprise and the flop second. It just sounds better that way. The Celtics, obviously, they're not going to surprise anybody because they're supposed to be good.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations. It's like you bounce around. Indiana's not surprising anybody anymore because I picked them 2 years in a row. Was wrong the first year. Was correct the second year. So now this is going to be really tough. It's like I don't know if this is a surprise, but it's a team that's going to dramatically improve. And I guess that would be Philadelphia. I mean, there's no doubt Philadelphia is going to improve dramatically coming this year. I would think. They were really good for a while, and then they dropped down the toilet last year, I remember. But with Bynum on their roster, it's going to be a good team.
Yeah, but don't forget they lost AI and Lou.
Yeah. Yeah, they did lose a lot of people, didn't they? They lost Lou Williams. Who was the other one?
I think he was like one of the top scorers. Iguodala.
Oh, that AI, the good AI. So yeah, they did have to give up him to get Bynum. Maybe I shouldn't say they're a surprise, should I? But I mean, I was thinking they should improve, I would think. But then again, yeah, their roster's not.
Bynum will have to be a 2020.
That's the one thing. So you're saying Lavoie Allen isn't going to get it done, huh? Or Kwame freaking Brown. Yuck.
Yeah, Bynum will have to make up for Lou and Iguodala's production.
Mm-hmm. And Drew
Maybe Damian can do it.
Damian Wilkins?
They got Nick Young, I forgot. He's
Excuse me. Oh, Damian Wilkins. Yuck. Yeah, I really like Drew Holiday an awful lot, by the way. Just to throw that out there. He is wonderful. And I guess, I mean, if Philadelphia did get better, it really wouldn't be a surprise, so I probably shouldn't even say that. Oh, dare I say it. The more I look it over, man, do I have to say this? I might have to go with this particular team because you have to pick somebody that's not that good, that wasn't that good, that's gonna get better. I guess I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. How about that for crazy? Yeah, I mean that's part of the fun, and it's because they got Luke Walton during the year. That's got to be one of the main reasons. No, under the leadership of Kyrie Irving, though, I've seen this team improve over the course of time. They don't have much of a roster, to be honest, but this is really tough. My God,
has lost all his value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has. It's going to be really tough, but it's like nobody to me really sticks out like a surprise team. Milwaukee's going to improve an awful lot, I got to think. But yeah, now I'm dancing over the whole thing, and I got to make a firm prediction. I'm going to close in. Toronto is going to be the surprise team in the East, not Cleveland. It's going to be Toronto with Kyrie Irving, my guy. We all know who my guy is, don't we? Kyle Lowry. That's right. Kyle Lowry, Dwayne Casey, guys like that. So now that I could finally close in on a team and have a strong opinion on it, rather than I'm supposed to be strong on it, not weak. I've always liked DeMar DeRozan, though he's kind of underachieved, but I'm going to go on a limb and say he steps up this year. Andrea Bargnani is a great scorer. Kyle Lowry is awesome, and he's going to have a long, he's going to have a full off season, full training camp, and full regular season with the Toronto Raptors. They're going to be a playoff team this year, I think. Yeah. Well, maybe I think they're going to be a fringe playoff team, we'll say. Because it's kind of easy to make the bottom of the playoffs, wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
when you can,
especially in the East.
yeah. I mean, you can be. I think they're going to be a fringe playoff team this year, like eighth, eighth seed, ninth seed range. But I think Toronto will be right there. So now that I'm done bouncing and babbling, it's. Do you have a surprise team in the East? Like Joey, what are you doing? No,
Surprise team. Well,
the Nets. No, I'm kidding.
no
Yeah,
one's
maybe.
actually maybe Charlotte. Maybe.
Wow, look at you. Oh yeah, they have pieces now, young pieces, but
Yeah, it's not saying much.
it's really a tough pick this year because like the teams that we picked to surprise, they did. So now we can't call them the surprise team anymore
Yeah.
because now they're good.
I think Haywood gives them 10 extra wins.
Brendan Haywood, Raymond,
If you think
Ramon.
about it, from the bottom, you can only go up. You know,
Yeah,
the worst team,
yeah,
so they can only do better at this point.
that's a nice take. You know what? Yeah,
so
why not?
That's a little safe pick.
It's a safe pick. I mean, yeah, that they're going to get. Yeah, they definitely will get better. I got to think. I would be really kind of surprised if they didn't. Kemba Walker. I like him a lot.
Yeah, Ben Gordon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right, got Haywood.
It's nice to have Ben Gayward again.
Got
Ben Gordon.
Got Ramon Sessions.
Yes. They actually have a tiny bit of depth in that team, don't they? Michael Kidd Gilchrist is the main cog now.
I think
Yeah.
I'll give them 3 more wins.
Super Jamario, 3 more wins. Everybody said they might get to 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just getting 10.
And that'll be surprising.
They're going to have 20 wins this year, Joey. I'm telling you. Yeah, I mean, it should only go up from here, I would hope.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, boy, oh boy. Michael Jordan needs to sell the team immediately.
Yeah, Biombo needs to have a breakout season here.
I like Biombo. It's like he needs to step up.
Yeah. He needs to do a Pekovic.
Oh, but first we got to do our flop and our picks here. So
Right.
before we switch over to the West, so our flop and then our Eastern Conference Finals. I think I'm totally zeroing in on my East Finals. Surprise team? Okay, we already talked about that. What am I talking about? Flop team is going to be, I have to say this, it's because they're not going to be as good as they've been. It's Chicago. They're just not. It's Chicago for me.
Yeah.
I picked them. Yep, it sounds like you're jumping on that bandwagon real quick.
Yeah.
Yep. It's Chicago. I mean, Rose is going to be not. Who knows if he'll ever be the same? I think he will be, but you don't know. I mean, we hope Rubio will be the same. We don't know. Adrian Peterson has not quite been the same yet for the Vikings. He's close, but he's not the same. Then it usually takes at least and really it takes a good year anyway, and maybe Derrick Rose will be 100% next season. But if we have to pick a flop this year, it's the Bulls.
Yeah.
Carlos Boozer is, as you called him a year ago or so, empty stats. I've never liked Carlos Boozer. Do you like him?
No, never liked him.
Never liked him. Luol Deng is, they've been really lucky with him that he's been able to stay healthy finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this would be the perfect year that he doesn't. Marco Bellinelli is a nice addition. I like him, actually. He's a nice shooter. But it's Marco Bellinelli. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not Kevin Love. Nate Robinson, I kind of like that move more than some people. Captain Kirk is back, but he's Captain Kirk. He's not, not that good. He's like Rip Hamilton. He's kind of old,
And no one's really standing out in this team.
Yeah, you look at these guys. Vlad, whatever. Really? Vlad Rad? Ugh.
Hamilton's not gonna, it's...
Richard Hamilton, yeah.
Uh,
He is kind of... Can I say this? I don't know. Should I say it?
yeah.
He's kind of sorry, He kind of is. Most of those old Pistons, I look at them now and I'm like, like almost all of them.
Yeah, because the reason why they're so good was just their chemistry was insane. So
Yeah, now they're like older and they just, I don't want any part of them really.
Yeah.
They're like diseased, They're just not that. They're slow and they're prodding. Who?
no one's standing out in the
Nobody.
in the Bulls team. Noah.
How the hell did they win all those games? I mean, they have a really good coach. I understand that, but we're going to say what?
Look at this team. I just don't see how they're going to win more games than the Wolves.
No, I don't think so this year. I mean, maybe about the same.
You're looking at them on paper.
Like 50, 50-ish.
Yeah.
They could win 50, but then again, you never know. Maybe they won't. And if Rose isn't himself, they're going to suffer.
Key. Yeah, Rose is the key.
In a lot of ways.
Because looking at it, I see
a franchise.
The names that stick out to me is Dang, Noah, and for whatever reason, Boozer.
Boozer? Yeah.
But, I can throw out Karolinko, Peck, and Love.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah, and say what's up? What are you going to do about it, Chicago? Yeah, I mean Boozer. Can't stand him, and I got to think he's already 30. I got to think that he's going to be on the decline.
Yeah,
already.
Saw what Karolinko did to a Dang.
Yeah, that was funny. He humiliated him, didn't he?
Yeah.
So there you know. Luol Deng isn't exactly the youngest guy, but he's not the oldest either. He's been around a while already.
Kirk, Luke.
Kirk? Did you say Kirk? Yeah.
Yeah. Taj, Derek.
Nazir Mohammed, baby. That's the one right there. Guaranteed star. Steamer's better than Mohammed, yeah. At this stage, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I've always liked Nate Robinson. I don't know why. I've always had a fascination with him, but Malcolm Lee's going to... That's funny. Oh, maybe what's his face? Shaved.
Yeah.
Maybe Shaved will be Nate Robinson.
Chase.
Actually, technically, if you want to compare somebody on the Wolves to Nate, I hate to do this. I hate to insult Nate. Yeah, I hate to insult Nate, but it's JJ. Yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't seen Nate get any type of in-game dunks.
Mm-hmm. Who? Oh, Nate. Yeah, because he was like a dunk champ.
Yeah. At
5'9".
I mean, maybe a fast break, but not anything. Half court.
It'll never happen like in a million years.
I mean, look at this team. Is just.
I like Marquise.
I just don't see. No one's. I mean, I just don't see them being any that much better than the Wolves.
Yeah, right. No, I agree. I don't think they're going to be that much better. Man, we picked them to win the title last year. Boy, how things have changed. At the time, it seemed fashionable. Now it's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's showing you how
no way.
How important, just like Rubio is to us, Rose is to the Bulls.
Mm-hmm. It's very big, like paramount. He's kind of like Rubio love, to them because he's the franchise. He's like the overall super MVP. And that tells you the thing about the Bulls. Like it's kind of, it's like Rubio and Love merged into a point guard, basically.
Yeah.
And without him, they are deader than a hammer. Like they're done. They got beat by Philly. Ugh, they got beat by Philly. Yep, and it wasn't that close either.
Yeah.
Yuck. So there's, I think we're full agreement with the floppage.
Philly got lucky with that one.
Who?
Philly got lucky with that one.
They did a little, big time. The Bulls should at least have gotten to the second round, but I don't think they could have beaten Boston. No, even if they were healthy. For some reason, I think Boston would have. Boston is a funny team where they stink in the regular season. They kind of slack off because they're older guys, and then they turn it all on when it counts. So that's kind of cool in a way. So with that said, Eastern Conference Finals. Do you want to start first, or should I?
No, you can go ahead.
Boston, Miami. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Boston, Miami.
It's no-brainer.
No-brainer.
That's an easy one, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the Heat three-peat in the East. I just said it. Yep, they're going to be a three-peat Eastern Conference champion. Who do you think wins the East out of those guys? You're like, Boston.
I think Boston.
That would be fun. I mean,
but the backcourt is way better than Heat's. Unless you put Wade at point guard.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, if Wade gets injured, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Just like
Terry,
last year.
Yeah, Terry on Boston. I like Bass.
Anthony, yeah. I like this. I mean, I like the Celtics an awful lot. I always will, really. Always will like the Celtics. And I like the Heat, too, and they proved how good they are when they play their game the way they should play their game. Like, they execute their strengths properly. They're damn good basketball team.
They got those little no calls in there.
And they got that too. They got that too. Second out of 3 NBA Finals appearances. So
yeah, I mean that was just a blatant foul on Durant there at the end.
It was a double foul.
Yeah,
it was a double.
He slapped Westbrook's arm at the. It
was like a triple foul. Shoot, and they got. But I mean, after that, I think Miami earned it. That game they didn't. I'll admit, because they were leading that game and they blew the lead, which was inexplicable.
Game was weird. I just don't understand why.
Oakland checked out, or Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, I think the coach did because Harden wasn't doing anything.
No,
but they kept him in the game. There was no defense anywhere. I mean, Miami was shooting threes the whole game, except for Lotion sitting on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at we go! We keep opening that wound. That is funny.
No sense to me. I couldn't watch the game. I was like, why is
that drove you nuts? Didn't
sitting
it?
on the bench.
Mm-hmm. That drove you nuts, didn't it?
Yeah, and just
that was just an entourage.
Every shot that Harden took, his value dropped.
Mm-hmm.
$1 million.
Yeah, that's why we haven't heard about him getting this huge extension.
Oh,
That conversation kind of went down the wayside.
Yeah, if you don't show up at those moments, your value is going to drop. That's what you're paying guys for, those moments.
He's a Nick Anderson. You know who that is?
Yeah.
You remember that name? What he did to the Orlando Magic in 1995?
Yeah.
This was after he made the big play, stealing the ball from Jordan in the second round that year when Jordan was still kind of rusty coming back. And then Nick Anderson just choked away Game 1 of that series, big time, against Houston.
Yeah, you just can't do that.
Yeah, but that was it. That was it for the Magic. They were that 6-foot hole in the ground was already dug at that point. They were done. You know, they were a corpse for the Rockets to bury. But that's the Eastern Conference wrap. So you have Boston, I have Miami. I think it can go either way. It's another thing. Miami gets lazy, they're not going to win. But if they play with passion, they are the best team in basketball to me. Believe it or not. If they play with passion, they're the best. You know, that's what changed. That's what changed with the Heat last year was LeBron got competitive for once in his life. He looked like a competitor. And if that's finally going to be, if he's finally got that virus in his system, finally, like Michael Jordan has, still to this day, if he can keep that virus in his system and not get lazy, he will. Yeah, that's the key for the Heat's future. Man, wow, that's a big topic. I'm sorry. Yep. You know, that's the key, though. It's all about that. If the Heat stay competitive, they'll win a couple. So off to the West. Eventually, we'll pick our finals champion. So, the West, floppage. Do you have a flop? Or, no, surprise. Maybe I'll start with that first. You probably prefer that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the West. Oh, boy, I think I know who your surprise is going to be. I know who it's going to be already. Yep. I could just feel it in the air right now. It's smacking me around like this. Like, hey, you already know. For me, boy. Oh boy, I don't want to be a homer. I can't be a homer, but I almost have. Oh, I don't want to be a homer, but it's like they're kind of like the logical team, aren't they? At least it's them or the other one. The other one that I know you're going to pick. Yep. It's one of those two teams is going to be the surprise. But then again, should Minnesota be a surprise considering they added all those pieces?
Yeah.
Dang it,
we're
this
in
is
the
tough.
playoffs already, so.
Yeah, so it's not really a surprise, I guess. God dang it. Some years it's more fun.
This time with all the additions on this side.
Mm-hmm. Some years it's going to be more fun, or some years it's easier to pick. Because Denver's already good. They're not a surprise. I don't think Utah improves from last year. I hate to say. I think they're one of the odd teams out, I think.
Well, I think they improved with Marvin
Martian.
Mo.
Oh, yeah, that's nice additions.
Fourth quarter 4.
Yeah. They are nice additions, as funny as that sounds. They actually are.
Yeah.
Fourth flop foy.
There's no more Mo just, he can't wait to play us for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't want to pick that team. I don't want to do it. I'm almost going to pick them, too. We both know who they are, don't we? They're a team that. Oh man, I don't want to pick them. God dang it. Okay, with this said, I'll save it for you. I'm going to let you pick them because it's better. Because I don't want to ruin your commentary. Or do you want to just go first with them?
I'm going to agree with everything you're saying.
No. I don't want you to ride my coattails. Look at that. I don't want you to ride my coattails. I got to let you.
Phoenix.
Yep, I do.
Phoenix.
Yep. You want to start?
I like them.
You want to start? Go for it.
I don't know why. I think BZ's going to have a breakout season.
Oh,
okay.
my chest. Oh, my chest.
It's going to happen. Finally, it's going to happen.
I'm gasping for air.
Okay. I don't know what that guy's name is, but his face turns. No, actually,
smiley face. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm actually thinking about another player who I'm going to be watching next season is Anthony Randolph.
Oh, that team too, Denver.
Yeah, he has a guy with the red face, a muscle guy.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Who is?
I don't know his name. He's like the trainer.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. Yep.
Oh, we'll put him in the shape. But yeah, BZ's going to have a breakout season.
Oh, that hurts. But yeah, go
Wesley, another guy, that untapped potential is going to get serious. He had the he had the Corey Brewer syndrome with the smiling and the nervous grin on his face.
Yeah,
but I think he's going to be a lot more serious this time with him and BZ. He'll take it a lot more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that team with Let me see here.
You think they make the playoffs?
They might knock us out.
Oh God!
Huh?
No! Oh no! Don't say that,
out.
please! Oh man! Oh man!
Literally,
I will cry.
Once BZ gets here and
you got the Basti?
Yeah, it's like, okay, I heard, what's this bad blood I keep hearing about, love?
Oh, Kevin, why do you keep saying this stuff? That's a cute team.
And also, me and my boy Scola here.
Scola, oh,
I told Scola he did on purpose, love. Hear BZ saying that, starting stuff.
That isn't, and you look at it, it is a nice roster. It is.
Yeah, I like the front court, Scola and Gortat.
Gortat is excellent.
And I actually think it's more balanced than our front court.
Oh.
Because you got defense there. Only thing you're missing is three-point shooting. As far as scoring, they can both score and defend.
Gortat and Scola?
Yeah.
Jermaine O'Neal, too. But no,
and I would rather, like I said, with our team, it's unbalanced. I mean, you got Love who shoots threes, but there's no defense. And, Peck can rebound. He can hold his own down low by boxing out. But you're missing the shot blocking. Neither of those guys are still any type of fear like Josh Smith or any shot blocker. Other teams will think twice before going up for a layup or a dunk. Mm-hmm. Our team, they can just do what they will.
Yeah.
There's nothing to fear with Peck and Love down low.
Yeah, no, there isn't. No.
And then they have the athleticism. And then, again, they have their, I won't say fake love, but
Channing Frye.
Channing Frye.
He's the outside shooter, yep.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, Dudley can shoot threes.
Mm-hmm.
Got the athleticism.
Dragic.
Shannon. Yeah, Dragic.
Man, that is a deep team.
Telfair. Got Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Morris is okay. Morris will be like Cunningham.
Yeah, I suppose, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that is a deep-ass team.
Yeah, I like that team.
They're very deep. I mean, I can't deny it. They are deep. Wesley Johnson. I mean, Beasley and Wesley, to me, they're gambles, but boy, if they work out, ouch.
Yeah, because
oh,
Beasley,
he's
going to get his 10 points at least.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a guarantee, especially with I got to think, why am I forgetting Alvin Gentry? That's a nice match. That's a nice match, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Because I think Beasley's the type of guy, if you're in high school, they got the class clown. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a class clown, especially if there's a substitute teacher around. Mm-hmm. He's not going to take anything seriously. We don't really take anything too seriously when there's a sub around.
Yeah, yep.
And that's kind of attitude Beasley has. It's like there's a lot of guys on our team who are young, no one's really serious. There's not that serious presence. Like how is said with Oakley. Oakley.
They need a guy like that.
Around Jordan and Pippen. Got them into shape and still some fear in them to be serious about what they're doing. I think with Beasley over there, that might happen, and for Wesley.
It'd be helpful, like a guy like Scola and such.
Yeah.
Scola and Gortat, yeah. I like Gortat, man. I like Gortat. He's valuable. He's one of those centers that, you don't really... He's not like at the top of your list, but then it's like, oh, they have Gortat. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Yeah, I think those two up front, that's a front court to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm. It's that cute little team that could, you could say. I mean, they don't have Nash anymore, but...
I think third to us.
Huh?
Third to us. I think first front court is the best with the Lakers.
Yeah, Nash and Kobe. That's like...
It's probably us.
Legendary, yeah. And we're second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, if you have... if they're healthy, absolutely.
Tat and Scola.
Tat and Scholas?
I would have said Noah and...
Oh, you're talking about the front court. I'm an idiot. What am I... Yeah, Kobe. Why did I say Nash and Kobe? Sorry, Dwight and Powell. Yep.
Yeah.
Stupid Joey. Yep, guard Kevin Lovin. Yeah, Kevin Lovin. Pack, absolutely. And then, Gortat and who?
Scola.
Yeah, that's a nice...
I like Scola. And I just don't know why we didn't pick him up.
He was like a freebie. Yeah. That was a freebie.
Cheap.
It ended up being... it ended up translating into Andre, who was kind of like a freebie as well, in a way. Not price-wise, but freebie as in you didn't have to trade much.
Yeah.
You had to clear up cap space to get him, but... which was Wesley Johnson, which is kind of funny, but... It depends on how Johnson turns out. Is he going to be just the bust he was last year, or is he going to look like a similar, better version of his rookie year? His rookie year, he looked like he had a nice future in this league.
Yeah, I also know what happened, but I think he might actually...
He vanished, yep. That was lame. That was lame. If he just vanished. Oh, you ready for... Okay, yep. Oh, is there anything else you wanted to...
No.
Okay. I guess, you can see who it is. You can see it already. It's a visual, so I'm keeping it a secret from you, but no. I guess they're going to be a surprise because I don't want to go with the homer pick, and plus, when the Timberwolves, they added Kirilenko and Roy and stuff, so it's not like a surprise that they're better. I mean, duh. Where Phoenix would be more of a surprise because, low expectations on Michael Beastly, and Be Easy, or whatever you want to call him, and Wesley Smiley Face Johnson. So, here's another team that... Yeah, I've been talking about them religiously about how great of a draft they had. And yes, Pumpa, I am picking the Golden State Warriors to be the surprise in the Western Conference. Pumpa? Yes, sir. So, Pumpa and Train, that basketball show, you guys are, that is a spectacular show. I think we both agree about that. And, they've showed nothing but love for us as well. I mean, it's that'd be the coolest. I mean, they'd be the kind of guys that'd be really fun to hang out and talk basketball with them.
Shout out back.
Yeah. Yep. We're giving the shout out back to them. They would be fun to hang out and talk basketball with, wouldn't they? Yeah. That would be awesome. Oh, if only we could go to Australia. That'd be a nice vacation.
In our funny accents.
In our American accents are my funny Minnesota accent. It is funny, actually. A lot of people like my Minnesota accent.
Oh, I see what you did there. You picked Golden State because of Bogut.
Because of Bogut, yes. Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons. I mean, he didn't play last year, did he?
No.
Not an ounce.
No.
Not an ounce. And then you got the guy who was supposed to go number one at one point, Harrison Barnes. It's just a gigantic addition.
Man, those picks
huge. Yeah, and Jared Jack was awesome with New Orleans last year. I can't imagine he's going to stink in Golden State. It's a nice addition. He's not a star, but he's a very good player. I think Jared Jack. Draymond Green is one of those Craig Smith on steroids type picks. I think he's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Craig Smith played with Minnesota a few years ago. Obviously, a second-round pick that Mr. Forecaster was in love with. He was a wonderful power forward.
Festus.
Mm-hmm. And they have Festus. They have Festus. That was a really interesting pick. Stephen Curry, if he can stay healthy, well, there you go. They also added Carl Landry.
Yeah.
They added Carl Landry. That's a nice addition.
Still have Brandon Rush, David Lee.
And they still have Brandon Rush and David Lee, too. That Brandon Rush did stick around.
Yeah, Richard Jefferson.
We're good at that, aren't we? Great minds think alike. That's a deep basketball team. Very deep team that has a legit chance to make the postseason. 8th, 9th, 7th, 6th. Well, maybe not 6th, but you never know. It's a good team, regardless if you like him or not. There's a lot of depth there, a lot of athleticism. They got rid of Ellis, who was just a ball hog anyway. You know, that's why I did not. And then Klay Thompson is a threat. He is very young and a huge threat. Good thing you showed me that before I missed out. Before I forgot about him. Huge threat, that guy. Damn, it's a good team.
It is.
It is.
I didn't understand why they were so bad last season. It just
Monta Ellis, no, and Stephen Curry being hurt, and of course, what's his name?
Didn't play.
He's the Australian right there, Mr. Bogut. Yeah. He's an OC, and he's off injured. Unfortunately,
I'm really worried about us getting into the playoffs.
It's going to be tough because of teams like Phoenix and Golden State.
Yeah, because
San Francisco.
We beat teams like this. Mm-hmm. So now, if we can't beat teams like this,
screwed. Yep.
Yeah,
we're screwed. Yep. Memphis matches up with us about as well as fire matches up with dry wood. They don't match up with us very well. Oh my God, Memphis always pounds us, even when they stink. I don't know what the deal is with Memphis. It's brutal.
Yeah, plus don't forget we benefited from sweeping the Clippers and beating the Dallas.
Yeah,
Can we do that again to give us those extra wins to be in the 8th seed?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like
it's not going to be easy. I hope we can.
That's another thing. We beat teams that you didn't expect us to beat, which got us to a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, can we even beat the bad teams that we used to beat?
Yeah, the teams that used to be bad that are on their way to being better.
Yeah.
I hope somebody like San Antonio or Dallas drops off. Well, we haven't gotten to our flop yet. That's the good part. Look at me foreshadowing.
Even then,
Roaches
got a little better.
Yeah, they did.
So it's like
after they had a huge drop off. Yep, the Roaches did get better.
That's why we need Roy to be the All-Star he was.
Mm-hmm. At least very close to it. Yeah. Very close. Oh man, I'm begging. I really hope so.
Yeah.
Yep, the Roaches. I love that nickname. Portland, that's definitely our least favorite team in our division at minimum is the Roaches, the Portland Roaches. Warriors. Hell yeah. Warriors and Suns are massive threats for the Wolves' chances to make the postseason. I think Houston definitely is we'll get to that. Huge drop-off.
Yeah.
I think they're going to drop. Yeah, I think Houston's going to go down to Sacramento level, honestly. Sacramento's not going to get better. I think Portland misses the playoffs. I think Utah misses the playoffs. So, should I say the floppers? Should I say it? Is it finally time for one of these two old teams to die? Is it finally time for one of them to die? One of the Texas two steps? Because the third Texas team is definitely going to die. That's the Rockets.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Jeremy Lin. Great. Yeah. I guess they made a couple of cute moves. Cute little... I know that sounds goofy how I keep saying that word, but yeah, it's like cute little nifty Sebastian Telfair type moves, but... where's the beef? To be honest, woohoo!
I'll tell you where the beef is.
Yeah, it's in Texas, baby. It's in the center.
It's in the center. The new Yao Ming.
Where is he? Oh, he's the star. Oh yeah, that's right, Asik. They did get Asik, and that's a good move. Yes, that's one of their good moves. They did get Asik, and of course Jeremy Lin, Sean Livingston. Kevin Martin's still there, but that's not a playoff team yet. If they surprise us, that's great, but I'm not picking them to be a surprise. I picked the Warriors. The Warriors. So who's going to flop? Is it Dallas or San Antonio? I really want to say San Antonio. I mean, because when is that going to happen? When are the stupid Spurs finally going to hit the physical wall and die? I can't wait. I can't wait till that day.
I think Duncan might he might be Duncan.
Think he's going to finally hit the wall?
But the Spurs,
he's got to.
They always grab guys who make them better.
Mm-hmm. They do, don't they? It's like
they keep them in it. Yeah.
Yep. They stay good. They stay good enough anyway.
Like the Lakers.
Stupid freaking Lakers.
They might not grab superstars, but they grab just decent talent to keep them keep the names in.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess I'm gonna.
They got Mayo.
I have to pick this team. I have to pick them. I have to because it's kind of a weird mix. So,
but they got the
like, come on, Joe.
Brand.
Yeah. See. Yep. I can see you're kind of
brand name in there.
I don't like this mix. You got Vince Carter, Elton Brand, OJ Mayo. And what's his name?
Kaman.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy. They're big names like that. If they're healthy and they match, they'll be okay. Vince
hop on a time machine.
Mm-hmm. Rusty of the Crossover, another awesome show. The Crossover, Rusty and PMAC, but humongous Vince Carter fan. I'm not a big Vince Carter fan, and I think he is completely done. Actually, Don't
forget about Delonte
awesome.
West.
Oh, Delonte. He single-handedly ruined LeBron's career in Cleveland, didn't he? He was dating his mom, supposedly. Yuck. Yeah. Yuck. That is creepy.
Couldn't resist.
Mm-hmm. But no, I have to pick Dallas because I just have to. I mean, guys like Dirk Nowitzki, Sean Marion, they're getting older. It's a year later and a year older for them. They're a year older. Okay, to be frank, Chris Kaman's a health hazard. That was a fun word to say. Carter's ancient and hasn't been good for like 4 years, in my opinion. Elton Brand is like, Elton Brand's like that car in somebody's driveway with a bad transmission. It's gonna break down. OJ Mayo is a character issue everywhere. And Darren Collison was extremely disappointing in Indiana. That's your solution at point guard long term in Dallas. I really liked Darren Collison 2 years ago. Right now, I don't think so. I don't know if he doesn't fit with Dallas. Maybe he'll surprise everybody and be awesome, but it might take about 2 years or so. So that's kind of where I stand right now with I think Dallas Mavericks flop. So who is your flop in the West?
Clippers.
The Clip? Oh, God, why didn't I pick them? But, go ahead. What an idiot I am. Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't think that they do as well as they did last season. I just think they're going to continue to get worse, and especially with their most powerful weapon now rendered useless. Hopefully, if the refs get it right, the flopping, flop city, flop city, flop city. Flop City.
That was
I mean, Blake's his whole he can't flop anymore.
Nope.
And if
hopefully,
and if before you know it, Griffin's gonna think everything's fine, then gonna hit him with a 4-game suspension for all the flopping.
Mm-hmm.
There's not. I mean, they have Grant Hill. I think he's pretty consistent, which is surprising. I think it's because his early injuries, so his legs are pretty young still.
Yeah.
Even with Chauncey coming back, Matt Barnes, what can he really do? He might be exposed just because he's not with Kobe anymore. I like Bledsoe.
I think so.
Chris Paul, I mean, he's going to do what he does. Odom, is he going to come back to be the old Odom? I don't see his team getting any better.
I don't think so either.
I kind of like the additions, but for some reason I just don't see it coming together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of the same way I viewed Dallas, where they made a lot of moves, but it's like it does kind of reek of something that's not going to mesh
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, Crawford in there. I just don't.
Eerily similar to Dallas. Yep.
Yeah, for some reason, it's like I like the names, but I just don't see
Yep.
it coming together. And Chris Paul, I'm not even sure if he even resigned yet.
He didn't. No, not yet.
So
There's too much uncertainty.
yeah, I see them as the as flop city.
It's perfect too when you said flop and flop. You know, it's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh man, yeah, this is a monster show. So yeah, I mean, we apologize if it might be too long, but then again, it seemed like most of our really long shows were really popular. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot to say this year because we're a potential playoff team. There's just so many side stories, and plus we haven't been on for about 2 months too. So it's one of those things, right?
yeah.
So hopefully you're still listening, and of course it's one of those deals where maybe you listen to part one day and part the other, because it's still downloaded, right? So yeah, I mean those are good takes about the Clippers, and yeah, I mean I see them the same way I saw the Dallas. I could see one of those two teams flopping, just like Golden State and Phoenix being a surprise. Yeah, same reason. So yeah, it's. Luckily, we came up with something. It seemed hard at first, and then we look at it. It's like, oh, okay, now, yeah, we know where to go. Yeah, too many old guys and all that stuff. It's too many old guys, and then other guys that might be a character problem. So it's basically the case on both of those clubs. So with that, Western Conference Finals, probably the easiest picks ever, right?
Yeah.
Thunder, LA.
Yep.
Yeah, Thunder, LA. So who wins the West? Yes, it's kind of a tough one.
They're gonna have to keep Perkins. Oklahoma.
They're gonna have to keep him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you wanted to get rid of him, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they need him to try to stop Dwight.
Yeah.
But it goes to Lakers.
Mm-hmm. Good for the West.
Yeah.
Boston and LA for you. Ooh, I like that
6.
matchup. Huh?
Yeah.
LA in 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right now, I tend to agree. The Thunder, physically, the way they got manhandled by Miami, I can't pick them to beat the Lakers with Dwight Howard, and Kobe and Nash and all that.
Yeah.
I can't pick them. So.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come up to the Lakers' front court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to dominate because the back court, I think, with Westbrook's athleticism, I mean, what can Nash do to stop him?
Mm-hmm.
And then Kobe can slow down
Durant,
yeah,
a little bit, yep,
or
a little bit.
Place,
and what's his name?
Yeah. I think Kobe would have to be on. Oh no, actually, what I'm talking about.
Then you got Mega Man. Instead of Metal World Peace, we could call him Mega Man because
he'll be on Durant.
Because we should call him Elbow Man. Elbow Man will be on Durant. The guy who likes to crack skulls with his elbow. Yep. Oh man. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the. I mean, it's going to be a fun series to watch, but LA is going to be too much. I agree with that. That's what I've been with for a while now. Both of us have pretty glitzy matchups in the NBA Finals as we move along quickly. I have Miami and LA, which is the matchup everybody's wanted since like eternity started. When you have LeBron and Kobe in the finals. I mean, last year you had LeBron and Durant. You think that's about as good as it gets, and it is. But now this is the real thing. And whereas you have the classics, Lakers, Celtics, one more time. I like it. Oh boy! Unfortunately, though, I have a feeling you're gonna be stuck picking a certain team, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be picking the gold team?
Yeah.
Oh man. Because the age, right? Or okay. Oh no, I'll let you give your take here.
It's just the matchup. Yeah, the matchup. Same with Oklahoma. It's the front court.
Yeah, I don't think Boston could match up with them. Unfortunately, and shit, I don't want to pick them. How do you hear my language there? Me and my language. I don't want to pick them. God dang it, I don't want to pick them because what's Miami's biggest weakness? Yeah, I mean, the Ostrich and Powell, that might be offset. I mean, the Ostrich played pretty good, and of course that's Chris Bosh, who really looks like an ostrich. And he went up against a guy who's Or, I mean, if he goes up against Powell, he's probably a little bit better than Powell. A little bit. Because Powell's getting older and, he's kind of a softie in the playoffs frequently. But, I can't pick him. I can't pick Miami to repeat. And I was going to, but I can't now. I can't. You're like, yes. I can't pick him to repeat. I guess L.A. put enough pieces together to get another one. And Mike, that's the hardest part. Imagining Mike Brown, but if Eric Spoelstra can size up a ring, then I guess Mike Brown can too.
Yeah,
I guess when you have enough firepower that Miami. Excuse me, I'm choking on my own saliva here. Okay, that was gross, but yeah. Yeah. Spoelstra had all that firepower with a very competitive, unbelievably driven Miami team last year to win a championship, despite it looked like they were dead and gone against Indy and Boston. And of course, help from the refs a little bit in Game 2 there at the end. 3 non-calls in the last 5 seconds there, but. Yeah, then Destiny's probably not going to be on Miami's side this time against all that firepower, and it's going to be weird to see guys like Mike Brown and Dwight holding a trophy. But I guess anything's possible, as Garnett would say. Damn it! Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to pick them.
The Lakers.
Oh, I don't want to pick them. Yep, that's how we see it. Just the Lakers. Oh, because we really don't want to, do we? Do you want to pick them?
I don't want to, but
we're forced to this time.
Yeah.
The good news,
yeah.
The good news is Nash is 37. That's the good news, so it won't last forever.
Yeah, I want Nash to win.
Yeah, that will be nice to see him get it, just like Jason Kidd with Dallas. Jason Kidd and Dirk. That felt good. I hated the Mavericks, but Kidd and Dirk though, it was nice to see them finally get it.
I refuse to watch the ceremony with Nash in a Lakers uniform though. All I want to know is, all I care about is Nash actually winning it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be thinking about it being with the Lakers.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as Miami and Ray. Almost as bad. Because it's that's the team that, denied you, and now you went there? You son of a gun.
Yeah.
Front runner, Yeah, so,
Well, Nash has a reason. I mean, they weren't putting together any type of team around him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Known. Imagine Grant Hill also on the Lakers.
Yeah, that would have been a good fit. Wouldn't it, though?
Oh,
I'd rather have him than Meta World Mega Man elbow.
Imagine that. Oh, man, that would have been instant. Oh, they won.
Yeah, because there it is, in that nice veteran presence.
Yeah.
Rather than, elbow world peace.
Yeah. Oh.
Elbow world peace.
Which he's kicking himself,
Yeah, you went to that diseased, ugh.
Yeah. Why go there?
You went to that leprosy. Okay, that's really mean to say, but that's what it's like, though. That's that's what it's like. I mean, I don't trust the Clippers.
Supposedly racist.
The lepers, the L.A. leper. That's so bad.
Yeah, the owner sucks.
I'm gonna get banned now. Yeah, the owner royally sucks. Sterling.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the worst owner in the league.
Yeah, why go there?
He makes Glenn Taylor look like a genius. That's saying something right there. Big time. Yep. This is the glitziest lineup the Clippers have ever had, but they're probably going to be the Clippers like always. Oh, well. So with that said, we have both of the Lakers winning another one. Thrilling. It's like, yep, like Gabby J would say in Super Punch-Out, but... Well, this has been a doozy, folks. We thank you very much for sticking with it. Hopefully it's not too long, but it's a season preview. These are never, ever, ever short. And when you have a Minnesota Timberwolves team going back to the playoffs, and you have like Nash and Dwight Howard going to L.A., it's just never gonna, it's not going to be a short conversation. And so many different storylines of the Timberwolves as well. So that's why it's a long show, and it's just all there is to it. Hopefully you enjoyed every second of it. We certainly did, right? You're like, no. No. Oh, what's that?
I did.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yep. Glad you did. Timberwolves, The Timberwolves Explosion, as said before, is available on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. We're probably looking to gut the message boards, apparently, on thesportstuff.com, according to Dylan Richardson, who was the creator and executive producer of thesportstuff.com. So he's looking to put links to the Facebook page of our shows. So in my case, the Timberwolves Explosion page and Twitter. I should have mentioned it earlier, but I guess it's okay. I didn't right now. Facebook.com/Wolves Explosion. I couldn't fit Timberwolves, so it's Wolves Explosion. And Twitter.com/Wolves Explosion or at Wolves Explosion. Do give that a follow. And at NBA Forecaster, that is Marcus the Forecaster's Twitter account, at NBA Forecaster. So Wolves Explosion is mine, or, Timberwolves Explosion one in general. So there you go. Yep. Thanks again for listening. Forgive me for saying too many times. And let's enjoy our basketball season lockout free, baby. Oh, yeah. And we'll see you in the playoffs.